Hello there, agents. Life's a game. Back once again. Hope you guys are all doing well. You see it here right now. You know what it is. Legendary Tidal Basin, 4 directives. This would complete my final 4 directive run of Legendary for all the Legendary missions. So I've done Roosevelt Island, District Union Arena, Capitol Hill, and Manning Zoo already 4 directives. So that only leaves, respectively, this one, Tidal Basin 4 directives left to run and defeat and win. So I thank you guys for all joining right now. I thank you guys for all joining this premiere and joining me tackle this right now. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I usually love to bring these types of showcases to you as a premiere because it's always great to be able to get an inside look at it and be able to see exactly how it was done. And yeah, I hope you guys definitely enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and be here. I'm taking you guys through it. Please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It definitely always helps. And please enjoy, because this one's going to be definitely a tough one. Definitely a tough one. I did make it to the end once in this one before. Unfortunately, was unable to finish due to maintenance because I was doing it Monday night. It just so happened to be Monday night. And going into Tuesday, there was maintenance. So I went ahead and ran it again, and we had a little bit more time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and allow you guys to see how that one, this one plays out, respectively. It is definitely interesting. Go ahead and just take note here. I'm gonna go ahead and include my commentary in this because I believe that's highly definitely needed. Legendary Tidal Basin 4 directives. That's definitely no normal mission at all. It's no normal mission at all in any capacity, any way, shape, or form. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill you guys in here. So you see us starting off. This is a random group, by the way, guys. This definitely is not a predetermined group that I knew of or anything like that. It's a complete random group. I did talk to them, however, before the mission about having builds ready for a mission of this caliber level and just being used to Legendary. Everybody, agreed and whatnot. Whether or not they were fully there or really, were telling the truth as far as that is concerned is yet to be seen. But like I said, as long as you guys are able to speak to the agents before the mission, and get a better rundown of what they're running and everything, and check them out, and it checks out for you, then you're in pretty good hands, as you're seeing here. You got to have guys that could at least stay alive and have at least some type of know-how of how to do things, as you're seeing here, because you definitely couldn't go into a 4 directive legendary mission with agents that didn't know how to do it. And these guys are randoms, just to let you guys know. So that's showing you that this stuff can be done. It's just how you go about it. And a lot of agents I noticed in this game, they're just rushing. They like to push and rush a lot, and you just can't do that. And that comes down to with different various missions, especially in Legendary. I'll say it like this: if you're an agent that likes to push and rush, don't ever put the difficulty on Legendary, because you're not going to get anything out of that. You're not going to do anything with that positive or anything like that. If you have a clan or close teammates, or you guys are structured, coordinated group, a well-structured, coordinated group, that's fine. You can do that, of course, obviously. But I'm talking about if you're running with random agents, don't just go into Legendary trying to run again like that, because it totally does not work like that. It's not heroic. You got to structure it. You just got to structure it. And I say that to say it'll help you guys find agents, because if you have these things in mind when you ask other agents that join your group, if they check mark all these boxes and stuff and they have these things down, it just creates a much higher percentage chance of you guys actually getting the win within Legendary, respectively. That's all I'm saying. That's the reason why I say what I'm saying, because you have to ask these questions. It's not like I go into the group, the Legendary, with a random group of agents that are not geared well or anything like that, fully or any. I definitely ask questions. I ask them what their experience of Legendary is, how often they run it. I figure all that out before we even start the mission, because you have to know that stuff in order to know how to go about it, where to conduct yourself, who might need the most cover, who might need help, as opposed to who might not need help, who do I have to keep more of an eye on. Those small things, it does matter. So I'm saying you guys have to speak. Don't just join a random group and just try and attempt Legendary. Sorry for you guys if I didn't clarify that, because I know some of you guys probably think I've just gone on here and just any random group. It's no, I do that. Don't get me wrong. I've done matchmaking and I do a random group. Sometimes I don't do matchmaking. There's times when I have, but for the most part, I'll search in the chat via random, in the chat, and I'll find people and they'll be random that way. And the thing is, I just want to emphasize to you guys that I do ask them, and I do emphasize to you guys, you have to ask agents their experience in Legendary before running it. Don't just run it with a random agent like that. Definitely inspect them. I am definitely a fan of that, and I don't know if I clarified that before, but that's definitely something that you want to be sure you, for a fact, do to ensure that you have the best rate of success. Because legendary missions are not any just type of missions, especially with 4 directives, especially Manning Zoo and Tidal Basin are just juggernauts of their own selves. So it's like different just versions of legendary, harder versions. So it's like you want to make sure you have the best teammates with you that understand the game like to that degree. Don't even have to have the greatest of the greatest like builds, but they understand the concept of legendary. They're used to it and they know how it works. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so you're seeing us right here. We've just been kind of staying back. These guys are hitting pretty hard, these enemies, for sure, with all that stuff on. Those directives definitely add a lot more to the game, add more spice. But you're seeing us keep back here. Yeah, that it kind of actually will require a lot of frequently switch changing because we have low ammo. We have a directive where our ammo's low, so it's like throughout this run you're gonna see a lot of times like us grabbing ammo, like a lot of times, because you're gonna have to do that when you do run this. A lot of times you're gonna have to go back and grab a lot of ammo unless you have a gun to switch to, a go-to second option, which is why I highly believe, to be honest with you guys, if you guys do plan to run a legendary 4 directive mission or a legendary mission with the directive where your ammo's lower, or your ammo, like I believe it's ammo hoarding or something, it's called ammo hoard or something like that, I don't know, where they you have like less ammo, but you kind of just like want to make sure that you have another gun that you can utilize outside of your main one that does have decent DPS, or another weapon that definitely complements your build, because with that ammo hoard like there, like it lowers your weapons ammo so much at times, in addition to what these in relation to what these legendary enemies need, the type of bullets and the amount of bullets that they need to be killed. It lowers your ammo, and then you'll find that your primary gun's running out of ammo a lot of times. So the thing is, if you could have a key, or even if you could have like a key set with like a build that's built around the pistol or something like that, where you don't have to worry about your ammo as much, that will help highly in this mission. I did do that before in one of my mains, but this mission requires a little more DPS, which is why I went with my alt, which you're seeing me on my alt character using DPS. So you kind of want to just make sure you have like another gun, like you have like something else that can assist you, because you will run out of ammo in your primary, and as long as you have a secondary weapon, like maybe another exotic that you could switch to or something like that, that can also hurt them, then you'll be like okay for the most part, depending on the area. But you always want to definitely, that being said, guys, you always want to keep an eye on where the ammo boxes are. Always keep an eye on that. Hope you're enjoying the video, by the way. We're just getting started on this one. We're getting into it. You see me, I was telling them here just now to use this little left-sided pillar as cover, because it just helps out a lot more from the nade spamming and the constant drone spamming. The only thing about the drones is you just got to watch the corner because they fly around there quick. But yeah. So this is 4 directive legendary Tidal Basin, guys. You don't know, I've been waiting to do this one. I've been wanting to do this one. I've gotten to the end of it once, and it's a very tough one. It will conclude my final 4 directive legendary mission completed. So that'll be great. With randoms, by the way, guys. I did it all with randoms. 4 directive DUA, 4 directive Roosevelt, 4 directive Capital, 4 directive Manning, and now 4 directive Tidal. So, that's always great. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put those all together in a video playlist. I believe I have the first 3, but I'm going to add these ones. It's always good, though. I like doing this stuff because, I don't know, it just adds, it helps you guys see that this stuff can be done, with randoms, and it just shows you how this game can work, depending on, as long as you have the right agents and you guys are on the same page. You don't even have to have mics or microphones. You don't have to be talking, nothing like that. You could be, that could help out a lot. By the way, on that, guys, since you're tuning into this premiere, I do have my a headset on the way to be able to start talking a lot more during my live session. So I'm excited about that. We're going to be getting that going soon. A lot of other games, I'm going to be able to start speaking more live, and hopefully it'll be a lot more clear with the noise cancellation enabled with it, and AI noise cancellation, and hopefully everything goes well with that. But be on the lookout for that, guys. Be on the lookout for more of my live streams having commentary in them. In the next few few weeks, the next few days, possibly by next week, possibly the earliest maybe. next like 4 or 5 days, because I gotta get on that. I'm live a lot, and I actually want to speak a lot when I'm playing a lot of live stream games. I just can't do it because the microphone like quality and stuff. But I know I'm getting like something new. A new one is on the way. That's gonna be great, guys. So thanks for tuning into the premiere. That's one of the key information facts that I'm giving you here right now, just for watching. So just be ready for that. Just know that that's coming for you guys that are watching. So yeah, we're keeping back here. You want to just use this part as cover. That area on the left is cover. The pillar, you want to always use that as cover. You don't want to push too much. You want to keep back. For directives, it's just different, guys, because the thing is, with that, it's like the enemies, a lot of times they hit harder. They have like different, like, like it's just more of a handicap against you, and it does create that more of a challenge. And I don't know, guys, correct me if I say it's wrong, but I have not seen any YouTuber or, I don't know, like Twitch player that's ran these legendaries with 4 directives and completed them, or 5 even for that matter. I don't know. I think District Union Arena, some people may have done 5 with, maybe some of the other ones, but I'm saying as far as doing all of them, like with 4 directives, I have not seen it. I'm yet to see it. So please comment in the comment section below down there, or within the chat respectively here, if you're live right now, if you're watching this while live. If you know of anybody that's done this with 4 directives, or has a video or something like that, or different things like that, because I could tell you right now, I put it as a premiere for a reason, because I don't believe it exists. I didn't see it and was searching all high and low. So hopefully now that I'm doing them, that people can go ahead and search these things up and find them. That's the goal, and just be able to see, like, that it can be done, as long as guys, I always say, as long as you just keep patience, distance, focus. That's the main thing. That's the way I'm always able to do it and carry it out. I tell my team that that's how you got to play it. Like most times in Legendary, you can't rush. It's a lot easier said than done. I did attempt this mission at times in the past. Didn't always go so well. I tried it about the first time I tried it, actually, I got the first time I tried it, I got like about 75%, I think, towards the end. And then the second time I did it, I got to the end, but the maintenance time kind of deterred our team from being able to structurally work in the last room. So now at this time, there is no maintenance or anything like that. So we're totally looking to get this out the door, knock this out the park, and get this one done, because it's definitely been one that it's been on my mind. I can't deny that. Challenge is always there, and I love the challenge, and I want to conquer the challenge, most importantly, more than anything. So that's what we're doing and working to do right now, guys. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for joining. I hope you're enjoying it. Please get those snacks ready and everything else, because it's going to be quite a run. This one's quite a run. Legendary alone already, in and of itself, by itself, is already hard enough, especially considering how these devs, I believe, have been subtly increasing the AI, like the enemy, like in the damage output of them and the precision. I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me right now in the chat or in the comment section if you're watching after the fact of the live. If you've been noticing the enemies in Legendary like being like a little harder, like since these little updates these devs have been doing. It's like they're sneakily trying to add like an updated, like upgraded version of the enemy just before the DLC on Brooklyn of New York gets here. I don't know. Like, I've just been seeing it because I play Legendary, guys, like normal difficulty. I play it all the time. So it's like when there's a change, I notice it like right away. I'll notice that something's different. A build, obviously, that I was dominating it with is struggling, therefore I got to change to another build and do it another way that I never had to. I've used that build before, so it's like I'm noticing little things, and I'm like, it wasn't like this before. So I'm just trying to see, guys, go ahead and comment or chat or comment or say in the chat, like, if you're seeing anything that if you agree with me at all on that, because I know I can't be the only one that notices that. Of course, if you play Legendary like that and you're used to it, for those of you agents that are, you can go ahead and just let me know there if there's something, if you agree, or if you know what I'm saying. But focusing back on the video respectively, though, we're still in this room here looking around. We want to get this medic out of here. Don't want him reviving anybody. You guys already know the deal with that. You want to get the medics out all the time first. It's crazy. These guys just two-shot and like one-shot. I'm telling you. Like, sometimes like you'll be out there, and that's why I tell my teammates all the time. I'm like, hey guys, don't, like, go running out too far in and stuff like that, because these guys will just 1-2 shot you. The Chung is even worse. Robot dog, nade spamming, so many different things. So it's like you just want to just be aware of that and just be like, on your P's and Q's as you're seeing the helicopters come here for more reinforcements for the enemy. Okay, so who do we have the pleasure of running with for this very historic, iconic mission for myself and the gang? We have Darkly Amusing. That's one of the teammates. We also have Mr. Waffles, and we have Dr. 3, Thrad Fire, DR3 Ad Fire. Yeah, we're working with those three, I guess. Those are the three agents I'm working with. It was a pleasure to work with you guys. If you guys come across this video, it was cool working with you up to the point that you're in the mission and everything. It was good. It's always good to run with agents. I do show my appreciation all the time. It's never anything easy, to be able to, at times, be able to, rally with a group of randoms and stuff. But when the randoms listen, as these ones did at this point, of going forward, it does help out. It makes the mission easier, because when you run missions and you're running with people that aren't listening, that just can't happen in missions like this, because it's just not going to equal success, because you guys aren't all on the same page. It's already hard enough as it is. It's just not going to work. So it's like you guys all want to be on the same page, as I've emphasized many times, a plethora of times in my past recent videos and my various of my past videos. So just always keep that in mind as well, agents. Always just be on the same page with who you're working with, even if it's somebody that might not have the best attitude. Try and be on the same page as them. If it doesn't work, you could always kick them. You could always get with the team. And usually when you give people a lot of chances like that, and they still act out like that, usually the team does see it for what it is, and they'll agree with you, and they'll definitely help you kick the guy out the group. So, guy or girl out the group. So, just always be wary of that. Never be that agent that makes things hard, especially if you're tackling challenging content, whether that's legendary with directives, heroic, whatever it is, realistically. But just more of an emphasis on the harder missions, because you do need teamwork, and quality know-how, cohesion, and just team structure to win these types of missions. And you can't just go in there like however. Directives definitely don't make it any easier, let me tell you. It's already hard with legendary, but when you add directives on, ask any player, any YouTuber, any Twitch player, anything, that changes the entire ballgame when directives are included. So I don't know, this might seem look a lot more easier than it is, but let's keep tuning in, guys. Hope you're enjoying it though. So we got to go ahead and get this we got to clear these guys up right now, because let me see. They're all in the back there. They're all back there. But the thing is, guys, with legendary, you want to work patience. That's the thing. You always want to keep patience. Because the moment you don't meet patience, that's when everything can go haywire. You always want to know what's going on and keep patience. Because these, as you'll see, various forms of parts of various parts of legendary missions take definite patience to win. You can't just be rushing like that, because if you go in rushing like that, it just won't work like that. It doesn't work well like that. You want to just be structured, and you want to keep patience, maintain it, take the enemy out one by one slowly. We do have an ammo box next to us, guys. I want to emphasize that. It's something great. So that's one thing I do like about the Tidal Basin mission. At certain spots, certain areas, they supply you with an ammo box, and there's a reason for that. Especially, I think they had some of the harder difficulties in mind when they knew people were going to run this, because you are going to run out of ammo, especially with ammo hoarders, and you just want to make sure you have that ammo box, or any ammo box you want to utilize and take advantage of it. Even better yet if you had a pistol bill, as I said earlier, because that way you wouldn't have to worry about ammo, So it's just one way to do it. That was a complete bad grenade throw there. I wish I would have got that better. I threw that horribly. Should have went over. What a waste of a grenade. And that's something that you guys don't want to do, by the way. Try not to make those mistakes, because usually doing that could cost the team, could cost stuff at times. I was trying to kind of get these guys over here out of position on the far left upper corner if I would have threw that grenade, but that didn't work out. Still keeping composure, though. Keeping composure. Thank you guys all for joining, though. Thank you for all that are here watching. Thank you for joining. It's always great. It's always great. I've always been wanting to bring this to you guys. So it's a great thing to be able to do that now and just have fun with this thing. Most importantly, we got to get it done, though, right? That's the main thing. Okay, so we are looking. We're scouring the area. See these drones coming in. You don't want to go too close to that corner section over there because those drones would hit you. They'd spam and get you there. So you definitely wouldn't want to go too close to that area. And you see how the enemies are pushing up here. And they also have various forms of special ammo and whatnot, many other things. So that's one of the other reasons you don't want to push, because even if you have a shield, your shield could be knocked off by their special ammo, and then you're completely vulnerable. You just want to know when you can push and when you're able to, when you can't. And you always want to keep steady. That's the main thing. You just always want to stay steady. You never want to not be steady. You see, and I'm kind of saying, you're seeing right now how DR3, he kind of went way out there. He pushed a little too far, and I was telling them already. And I think I mentioned it already, and I said, I think I might have told him already, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't watching the chat, but I do remember vividly during the run that you can't push out there like that, or it's going to be possibly like a kick. You can't push out there like that. You got to be structured. We got to all be on the same page when you're doing stuff like that. Now he's over there. He's gone, and now we got to just fight. We got to take up all this and fight everybody off ourselves now. Well, we could have had another agent over here with us doing the same thing, thus, just increasing our chances of winning and being that much more lethal. But because he went all the way out there like that, we got to do what we're doing from here. And luckily, we have good builds. I am using a strong build in this one. I'm actually using a tailored solo legendary tailored build that I was more or less thinking for solo that I've actually have ran with certain solo things. I'm going to start, I think I might do a little bit more of that solo next. I think that might be some of the things I might start tackling maybe. I'm not really a solo player in that sense, but if you guys want that, you can also comment on that. That could be something that I start tackling, looking more into doing builds for. But I was just saying, I'm using that build. It's very strong in that sense, so I'm able to kind of sit back and kind of take a lot of these enemies out or hurt them from this distance. But usually with the guy, the other teammate there, DR3, dying like that, pushing up, you don't want to be doing that. Don't be that agent that pushes up like that. Always be on the same page as your teammates. Don't just run off like that. That'd be perfectly fine if it was heroic, challenging, or anything below. You could do that, but on a legendary mission, you can't. That's just something you can't do unless you know that you're geared well. You have a high elite level shield build or something, and you can get back to your team. You don't want to go out there and then end up dying like that in a bad spot, and then you can't help your team. Nothing against the guys, just I just say this stuff to emphasize, just to let teammates know that in order to win the mission, there's a certain way you have to play the mission, and if you don't play it that way, it won't result in a win. So if you want to win, there's just certain things you got to know and you got to learn it. Hey, I had to learn the same things, guys. I had to learn the same things. Trial and error. You learn it after a while. Once you know it, you just try and pass that knowledge on to other players that they know it, and they take advantage of that and they become better players as a result of that. That's the goal of it. That's just the main goal, the main thing. When you're playing these types of missions, guys, you can only go up. Can't go down. You only get better. That's the thing. That's why people, a lot of people I think that's why I feel like a lot of people don't run these missions. They feel like nothing will come of it. But I'm if you do it enough, something will come of it. You'll start getting better. You'll start seeing things. Okay, so you see right here, we got to get this medic. We got to get this medic out of here. There's a medic down there. You always want to make sure that they're the primary objective anytime anything's going on. So you see him, you see how he's running over there. He's running right to the Chunga. He's going right over to revive the Chunga, and sadly enough, he's revived him. That's what those medics do. They'll go out there and I'm saying it right there in the chat. They'll go out there and they'll bring him back and just create more issues. And that's why I'm telling everybody and telling my teammates here, you got to get the medic. You can't allow them to make ground and move and get around, because they're just going to bring back the Chunga, they're going to bring back the nade spammer, they're going to bring everybody back, and then that's just an issue. As you guys are seeing here, it's another problem. We did bring him down again, but we definitely have to get the medic out, though. because if we don't get the medic out, he's just going to come back and bring the Chunga back again. So I'm just emphasizing that right here, guys, once again, that we gotta keep our sights on that medic. We gotta take him out. Doctor is definitely not what we ordered. We gotta get him out of there, because it will definitely create a lot of problems for us, for you guys, for me and my team. Like for your team, it'll create like issues. So you guys, medics are always the first priority. Unless the Chunga's close, you obviously want to light him up, take him out first. But after that, it's a medic. So now that we've got to get him out of there. We got to get that medic out. So as you guys are seeing here, we're just being patient. We're working patient, very, very patient. We're not, notice, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm not going out there too much, getting hectic, going after the medic too fast, to get him. I know that we do have to get him. But at the same time, I know that we have to be structured. You see me saying there in the chat, yeah, that it's going to be a kick next time he runs out there. Because this is what I mean. This is where it comes in. Because like right now, if we had our teammate over here, an extra teammate with us, we could be doing a lot more. And I know it might not seem like much. I'm saying it like it might not seem like much because it's on legendary. The thing is, when it's on legendary, guys, like it's a lot when you have all your teammates with you, especially when the mission's scaled for 4 man. Like it's like you want to have your teammates with you, because you could do it on heroic, challenging, whatever, and run out there and die and have 3 people. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter on that. You could still get by with it. But on legendary, guys, it matters. That's why I always say you kind of got to view legendary in a sense like a real gunfight. Like in a way when you play it, because it's like when you view it like that, that's how you stay alive and you don't die, because nobody wants to, if you're in a real gunfight, nobody wants to die in a bad spot where the enemy can see you and shoot your other teammates. Do they even try and come to heal you? Or you're just too far in that they just can't save you at that point. And the enemy could use your ally as a decoy to lure you in. I've seen this happen in Legendary too. You'll see nade spammers, like sometimes, I swear, they'll sit there, like when some of your teammates are like dead sometimes, like if they're hiding, and they'll just wait for you to start healing them. And as soon as you start healing them, they'll just start nade spamming you right there. And by the time they start doing that, you can't even like get away, like they kill you. Or they damage you highly, like before, if you even end up getting out. So it's like just by a teammate dying in an area like that in Legendary, period, just by doing that, it already creates issues already for the team entirely as a whole. That's all I'm saying. That's why it does matter. Like when they die, like so you'll have some teammates say, "Oh, it doesn't matter." If you have any teammates like that, and usually I'm not gonna say like just to kick them, but I would say that you want to make that decision to consider like just kicking them, because it is a big decision. It is a big deal if you go out there and die in Legendary like that. As far as winning the mission, it is a big deal. And I know unless their goal is to wipe, but I know nobody's goal is to wipe. So it's like if it's not that big of a deal to them, and they do that stuff like that, and they say it's not a big deal, just kindly, like respectfully exit them out of your group, and just find another agent and keep it moving. That's what you'd have to do in order to ensure success on the mission. Don't mean to sound harsh with it, but it's like sometimes, unfortunately, you just have to do that with some agents. That has to happen, because it's like if they're not on the same page, they're not seeing it, they're not on the same page, they don't want to win like the other teammates, they don't think it's important, then it's like then obviously they don't need to be in the group. Obviously, a lot of my groups, guys, we aim to win, and that's what I mean. Like if somebody's there playing, especially in a mission like this, if somebody's there playing like it's just whatever, like you don't. That's not going to get it done for a mission like this. I gladly play with you on anything else, heroic or anything else. I don't have an issue playing with agents like that or anything like that. But I'm saying when it comes to actually the nitty-gritty content, it's just not going to work. Like there's a certain way you got to structure yourself to win that type of content. And that's what I think a lot of agents like just don't get about Legendary. There's a certain way you got to go about it. It's not just a run and gun mode. Except if you have your key clan and key teammates, as I said many times. But like as you guys are seeing, we're still in the mission. I always got to talk about Legendary every single time you tune in. You're gonna hear me talk about it, because I always get into it just to let you guys know where my mindset's at, and just I'm just trying to get you guys to understand what it takes like to win a Legendary mission. How your mindset at times has to be like just to win it. It's not like you see us run through it. You might see a lot of content creators run through it, but it's really not just like that. Like there has to be a certain way you structure yourself, and once you're skillful enough, as you're seeing me as one of the YouTubers and whatnot, and other social media influencers that play Division, you see a lot of them that are used to it, that do play Legendary. The ones that do, They do think they'll get more into it like that and everything, because they'll be able to do things like that, and it'll seem more like easy for them because they're used to it. So what I want you guys to understand from that, the reason I'm saying that is because you're seeing me do this here, and I'm like, the reason why is because I'm used to it. Some of the things I'm just used to, so I always exercise extreme caution all the time, and you see me play with that as used to it as I am. You know, a lot of agents, sometimes I'll have some agents tell me I play like a scaredy cat. There's a few that have told me that. I'm like, nah, I play smart, man, because you can't just push in like that. If you push in like that, certain missions, you're not gonna win. And sure enough, a lot of those, if not all of those agents that told me that within the mission, they have gone down via pushing. And it's funny because I end up reviving like a lot of them, and it's like, yeah, you know, you said I was scared, but I revived you. It's just funny, like, so never let any of that stuff get to you guys. Always keep patience, distance, focus. That's the key to winning, especially with randoms on higher difficulties. That's just the key to winning it. You want to be patient, distance, focused whenever you're doing anything of high value to ensure the best rate of success, the best positive outcome, of course. So you saw we got past that room. We got past it. 4 directives legendary. See how long that took. Let's see. We're 30 minutes in already. Okay. We're 30 minutes in. We still have more to go. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys. If you are enjoying the ride, if you're still here with me right now, hit that like and subscribe. We're gonna go ahead and have to finish this up. We're going to go ahead and have to finish this one up. It's gonna be tough though. It's gonna be a tough one. Tidal Basin, no cakewalk at all. You guys already know that. The original legendary with this one is no cakewalk, so you all know how that goes already. And now, as you're seeing here, respectively, we're looking for another teammate to run the rest of this with, because the other guy left. I guess, you know, like, obviously I had to tell them, you know, if they did that again, and I guess they didn't take kindly to it. So obviously we find another teammate. We push forward. And you're seeing there in the chat, somebody's asking, Busy Gamer B is asking to join, so we're going to go ahead and let him join in. Get another teammate. I guess DR3 had to leave because I guess I just couldn't follow directions and be a team player. And you guys are seeing that right here. You're seeing a live presentation of that within this premiere video. Right here, you're seeing how that could happen with teammates. As I told you guys various times, these things can happen. If the teammate is not cooperating with you, then it's just like if they choose to leave or whatever, then it's like don't lose yourself over it. Just get another teammate, structurize it. You know, just be sure that the new teammate knows what's going on and everything. And just keep pushing forward. Don't let it get to you or anything like that, because that'll happen. That's extremely normal in a legendary mission. You guys don't know, like, sometimes, like, how many times some agents might leave a legendary mission, especially when I conduct these legendary missions with directives. Like, how many times, like, certain agents will leave because they feel something's not being done a certain way or something. And it's like, it's funny because a lot of them will just join sometimes, and they didn't even join. They weren't even there from the beginning, and they'll just kind of start trying to, in a sense, tell you how to do stuff or how to go about it. It's like, dude, you weren't even there to start off. You didn't do anything to get here. You just showed up just now in the group. I respect you for showing up, thank you, but you weren't here to do any of the stuff, to fight any of the enemies, to do any of the grueling tasks you're seeing here done. But you're trying to tell me how to run an area. It's funny though. I mean, some agents in this game are funny. Like, I can't stress that enough. Nothing negative. It's just, you'd be surprised sometimes, you know, because I tell some of my agents, my friends, this on this thing, and some of them don't believe it. Sometimes when I say it, I'm like, nah, this stuff happens, believe me. You'd be surprised how it happens and how often it can happen. But like I said, don't worry about that. Just keep your composure, no matter what, and just do what you know how to do, agents. Play how you know how to play. Keep patience, distance, focus. If it becomes too toxic, you can always just rid them out the group. That's one key thing about being, it's always good to be a party lead if you do have a good head on your shoulders, because you can always deal with the problem quickly if it does escalate to anything like that or anything like that. But it's just funny. It's one of those funny things I would like to say. I don't really look at the toxicity of this game as something like negative. I look at it as something funny a lot of times. It's completely uncalled for a lot of times, and at the end of the day, it's just laughable, really. It's really laughable a lot of times. So, okay, so you see me go back. Those two chungas are, man, they're pushing. They're trying to push on us. They're trying to push on me. Look at this. They're trying to come up. So I've got to try and go ahead and sink some more electric lead into them and ensure that I can give my team some leeway as they're trying to fight them. This is a very strong St. Elmo's build right here. It can very much hit these guys very hard. And I had to have that in a mission like this because, as you're seeing there, they got me there. They definitely got me there. These guys hit very hard. In addition to that, they're very hard to take down. So it's like you want to make sure you have something. And this is not a good spot, obviously. That little annoying robot. Darn those little annoying robots, man. Came out. Now they're there. Good job about my team taking care of them. At least I was able to get some of those chungas out of there, you know? Because those guys, that's what I mean, guys. Those guys are the main threat. After the medic, that's what I mean. This is what I mean by patience, distance, focus. This is what I mean. You have structure, meaning I knew the chungas. If anything, even if I did, by me going down there, I knew by getting the chungas out of there, or like by just getting one of them out, or just by just making them uncomfortable, getting their health low, helps us tremendously because those guys were the two biggest threats that were on the battlefield. If they were still walking around, we could have killed everything that's around. That could have just been a wipe. So by taking out what matters most, ensured our success there with the win. It's little things like that a lot of people, like maybe the team, maybe they didn't even see that, but I'm saying by taking those chungas out helped us tremendously because they didn't have to worry about them down the road. So even if one of us go down, that's what I mean, guys. So when you're in a group, you always want to focus on the main things, because when you focus on the main things and you take out majority of the main things, in this case, if there's a medic, it's first medic, and then after that it's a chunga, then after that it's drone, then nade spammer. You know, you take them all out. Even if one of your teammates or two of them go down, you still have a high chance to win because now all those guys are gone. There's no medic that's going to bring anybody back. There's no chunga. There's no grenade spammer. There's no drone spammer. There's just a regular shooter. So it's like it just gives you a higher chance. Whereas if 2 or 3 of your teammates go down and there's nade spammers, drone spammers, and all that stuff that are still up too, that's just a nightmare. You don't want that. That's most likely like a 90% plus chance at wiping when that happens. So it's like you want to just make sure you take out all the enemies that matter. That's the best thing. So you see me here. These are some guys pushing. So I'm kind of giving my... We got to get these guys out of here. Got to use my powerful St. Elmo's to light him up. Light this guy up. He's trying to get in my face. Bye-bye. Not going to be here that long. Okay, yeah. These guys, they just push. Some of these enemies are just feisty, man. Those pushers, they just come up in your face like that. And it's like, they don't care, man. They're just trying to take you out. And with directives, guys, let me tell you, that's just more nightmarish when that happens, because they can literally do it. If you're not paying attention, you're not watching it, they could do that in seconds on this difficulty with the directives that are active and whatnot. So you just want to be paying attention. We got to pay attention here. So this guy in the back, let's get him out of there. It's kind of been peekabooing there a little too long. Get this guy out. Don't let him flank. You always want to be watching both sides. And it's always good. I mean, like I believe my tier in this one is 3. I thought it was like 2, but I believe like it's a 3 tier build with very, very, very powerful stats. As it's very power. There's a lot of power in the stats of this specific build. So it's like the thing is, while I was saying 3, having only like just 3 skill tiers is because this drone helps out highly, because you see how you guys have been noticing, I've been sending this drone to seek out many of like the medics and different various enemies hiding, and it's just allowing them to move. And I'm using the drone more or less not because of like just the power of it, because obviously it doesn't have the most power. I mean, it does hit relatively neatly strong, like when I do get the enemy's health down and stuff, but the main thing for it is just more or less for it to play as a decoy. And in a sense, it's kind of better, I feel, at times in a group than a decoy, because you can send it out there, and although they can shoot it, they're not going to just one-shot it and kill it. It's going to go, and it's also going to shoot the other enemy you send it after, so it's going to move that enemy at least while playing decoy, while all the other enemies are looking at it, and it has all their attention. So I feel like it's a step up from a decoy if you want it to actually be able to hit and take out the enemy. Now, if you have like, say, an AR that's like 170k like damage or something like that starting out, or something like that, like say, then obviously if you had like something like that, like a 170k rifle or something like that could hit that hard. You could use a decoy. I guess a decoy would help you in a sense because they just expose enemies as they're shooting it. But like I said, I just feel like the drone, even when it's not strong, like it could play as a decoy in a sense because no matter who you send it after, it's going to aim at it. It could be a robot. It's going to turn its attention, start shooting at it, even if it kills it relatively quick or whatever. It's going to get its attention for those 5 to 10 to 15 seconds. Or in my case, with the level 3 one, like 30 seconds to like a minute. Like it's going to get their attention. Like, and then you're going to be able to light them up, devise a strategy on them while that's happening. So I just feel, guys, for those of you that really like the decoy, try putting a drone, a striker drone in place of the decoy and tell me how that works at times. Because when I do that, I notice that the enemies will still move like the decoy. They'll be shooting it. And the only thing is that they can take the drone out. Whereas a decoy will just slowly diminish based on the duration that you have on it and whatnot. And sometimes enemies can ignore the decoy. That's the thing, depending. And sometimes they can ignore the drone. But here's the thing. When they ignore the drone, at least the drone's shooting them and giving them damage, despite them trying to ignore it and shoot you. With the decoy, if they ignore it, they're not getting damage. They're just looking at you and you got to shoot them and figure out a strategy. So that's just another perk again, as I said. I feel like the drone, even like a weak drone, could play as like a good decoy in a sense, like a more positive form of decoy. I've used a drone many times, like with sniper builds. Like I've used it to send it after people, and then like that allowed them to move and set me up to be able to hit them. So I'm just saying it's like more or less it's like a lethal. The drone, a weak drone, not a strong drone. A strong striker drone is really good, but a weaker striker drone is like a lethal. A weaker striker drone is like a lethal. What you call that again? A lethal decoy. It's like a lethal decoy. It's like a decoy that can hit in a sense. That's just how I see it. I'm not saying it's true. It's my opinion, obviously, but it's just how I see it, of course. So you're seeing us in this room. We made it all the way here, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you for that. We're going to continue pushing here. Please hit that like and subscribe if you enjoy it. We're going to keep pushing here. We're almost there. We got to keep our patience distance. Okay. So you're seeing us here. Continuing out of ammo. Okay, so like I said, guys, the ammo box all the way back here. You got to run back, get more ammo. This is tough. Hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already. What a tough one right now. Thank you guys all for joining in. I highly appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying it. It's quite the run. These ones are always a circus Superman act. Always a circus show. It's always a circus show. And I say Superman act because it's always a circus show of the highest degree, highest order. So it's just crazy. But we're going to keep it focused here. We're going to keep it focused. So you want to get these robots. And I know I haven't really mentioned a lot of times about these robots, but you want to get them out of there because they could be very sly and annoying. Like they could sneak up on you very fast and very quick with a very surprising primitive strike on you. They could just come quick. So it's like I just want you guys be sure that anytime you see a lot of those robots around, or like just 2 of them, and if you can the faster you can take them out, the better. I'll usually try and pinpoint them before even like the dogs a lot of times, because the dogs aren't that much of a threat as those robots are. Those robots are much more of a threat. You got guys that play on this difficulty a lot, you know exactly what I mean, or even heroic for that matter. So you want to keep back here like this. You want to don't want to go too far up. Okay, so my teammates are there. They're kind of we're a little close up here, guys. We're a little close up. There you go. Get him out of there. Okay, let's go back and get some more ammo. This is the story of it, guys. This is a 4 Directive Legendary mission. This is what it could look like. If you don't have a build set for the pistol, or I'm not sure if there's a gear piece or something that eliminates the whole actually no, that doesn't apply to this. I was gonna say like the whole pistolero, but this is not pistolero. Pistolero is not even one of the options for the mission. Actually, the only directive we're not running with actually is cool skills. And the reason I'm not running with that one is because I just don't like how you can't use both skills at once. It just makes things a lot like just more annoying. People would say tougher, but it's just more annoying because it's like, why would the whole premises of Division, the Division game, is just the skills and how you use them and stuff in addition to your shooting. That's the whole premises of it. And when they do that, it's like, they could have came up with a much better directive than that one. You know, could have been like maybe the enemy has more faster movement speed than you, like a lot more. They can move a lot quicker, or something like better than that one's just annoying. Like, and I'm not saying like I haven't done it with that. I haven't done this obviously with. I could do that with that one when there's not as many directives on and stuff. But it's like it's just an annoying one, and it's not a fun one for me. Obviously, playing that one is not fun with that on. It's annoying. You can't utilize your build. It's just, yeah. Not saying content can't be done. Content can be done with that on. The summit especially, like within the summit, it could be done with it at times, but it's like that's just not something I liked playing with. Obviously, it's just an annoying objective. I feel like they could get a better objective than that one, much more meaningful one than that, where you can utilize your full skills and still be challenged to the highest pinnacle, highest level. Like, I don't see how they can't. They wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, so you're seeing me sit here, and I do need more ammo. Let's go run back for my ammo again. It's like the third time. But we're fighting pretty good. Guys. We're fighting pretty good. We're off our back foot. We're fighting off our back foot. I did tell my team, if you guys were paying attention to the chat within the game, I did tell them to kind of fight near the stairs or hover like near the stairs and retreat if need be, or get ammo back here if need. And they are following that, and you're seeing the success of it here. We're keeping that guy off, not letting them push up. Pick your spots and just remain patient, guys. That's all it comes down to. Okay, get him. Another rusher. That's why I have this shield too. It's because of the rushers. If I don't have the shield, it's be kind of tough. Yeah, it's just so annoying how they try to run to the side of you. They don't run at you. They run to the side of you like they trying to get around your shield. You think you'd have ran right at me knowing that I was shocked, but didn't do it. And you see right there when I get hit, I just kind of jump. I try and do that little jump just to get away, because it's like that's like the last ditch effort to get out the way. You want to be able to do that. Something you'll get used to, playing Legendary a lot. Once you realize you've been hit, you want to just get out of cover as fast as you can if you don't have a shield. You want to just get out of there, because you'll die very, very quick. We just want to keep here. We're doing a good job of staying around. Dark Amusing just died. He's a little much. Oh, no, he's right here. I thought he was a little more up there. He's right here. So it's good. It can happen. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was kind of telling him just peek over, play peekaboo from the stairs, because when you're up there like that, it does allow the enemies sometimes to come up here a little bit. But as long as they don't have any medics, guys, here's the thing. We're fine. And you see the medic right there. They kind of just pushed up to the right of me here. But we're going to have to focus on these guys because they're closer. And that's what I mean, guys. The medic's the main priority, but obviously you saw... And I set my striker drone over there to ensure that they still had help when I went to get ammo. But right there, guys, you saw that the other enemies came a lot closer than the medic came to us while he was hiding. So it's like we got to deal with those enemies. You can't just... I know I say medic's first priority, but that's like just a point of just using discretion at that point. It's like there's more closer enemies to you that are firing on you than him, and you got to get him out of there. Just one of those unfortunate things. You do want to kill the medic. And if you could get him first, always go for him first. If you can get him first, usually I would try to in those situations. But those guys started surrounding us, jumping on top of stuff, getting angles that were definitely uncomfortable that we wouldn't want. So you have to get him out of there. I believe we did get the medic out. I don't believe he's here. That's another... Hey, man, my shield just keeps going down. It's crazy. Can't even see what I mean. You can't even stand up there for like a second, like without even... Without being hit by some bomb or something, and then the shield being just diminished, depleted. So that's why I say you want to use this as cover. I'm telling them right here in the chat, watch for bombs and the like, because, you know, I've seen a couple of my teammates hit with those, and I'm like, you got to be watching. You can't go to sleep. Can't be sleeping. You got to be, not saying they are, but you got to be watching on Legendary, because the enemy's just, it's waiting for you to stay stationary. These enemies love it when you stay stationary, because they can set up and launch that perfect grenade right over the ledge, right in your position to kill you. Like, their aim is so precise. So it's like when you start relaxing and you're not focusing, and you just start relaxing and gun sleeping and thinking it's heroic, and then I could just sit here camped behind this and shoot. No one's going to come get me. That's when you get taken out. That's when somebody blindsides you. Flanks you. That's when like a drone comes out of nowhere, you didn't see it. That's when a nade hits you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I tell my teammates, you have to always be aware. I'm telling him right here, it's far from normal content. Obviously, it's not normal content, of course. And I say that just to emphasize with my teams, just to stay aware. Like, I know we've been winning, but don't think just because we're winning that it's just a normal mission. Because a lot of these random agents, they'll start thinking it's just another mission. I think they don't really understand like that rigor of this mission. Like some of them will join me sometimes, and they'll just at times I'll run it, and they'll be like, nah, it's not like a normal mission. Because there'll be some agents I run with, and they're like, yeah, well, that was like pretty like tough. It's not the toughest I've seen, but it was a little tough. And I was like, agent, trust me, this mission's not that easy. Run that mission again with another completely different group, and come back to me again. They sure came back, and it was a complete different story. They're like, yep, that's a complete different ball game. They're not messing with legendary. It's something different. I was like, yeah, because they ran with me. I think one of their first experiences was actually running with me. So it was like they thought that was the experience of legendary, and I was like, that is not the normal experience of legendary. Do not run it like that. You want to remain extremely patient, distant, and you want to learn it. So that's what I say to you guys. Like, are you guys watching this? You think it's you're seeing it, and you're like, man, you're making it look a little easy. It's definitely not easy. This is not easy by any means. Let's see if we can get this done. It's tough. It's not easy. Like, and then get it wrong. None of these runs you see in any of these videos you're seeing me do. It's just easy. It's like it's something that as long as I'm paying attention and I'm on my game, it can be done. But if I'm not doing that, I can wipe just as easily as any of these other agents here can wipe. So that's why I keep emphasizing that. And I do notice with a lot of randoms, they tend to be casual players, so tend to relax a lot. Kick their feet up after winning a few rooms, and I'm like, you don't do that because that's guaranteed wipe. It's not how you play legendary mission. So let's see if we can keep focus. You want to keep the focus here. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of here, this grenader. You don't want him to start spamming nades on us. Get him out of there. You just don't want that. And then let's get this box out of here. You don't want this gun shooting us. You want us to be able to have a good position back here without that gun slinging us from that distance. Okay, so now we can focus on the AI enemies. We can focus on the enemy. You want to use this door for cover, guys. I usually emphasize this on normal legendary, but even doing it, especially doing it with directives, you don't want to just run out there like that unless you have some supreme godly type tier shield build that can go out there and take all that damage and not die. And even if you do, I still wouldn't highly implore you not to still do that, because it's just, you'll be getting so much bullets from so many angles, so many nades, it's just not likely you'll survive. If you do have a build that can survive, kudos to you. If you can go out there, that just sets your teammates up with a lot better positions, a lot better shots. But for 99.9% of the people watching this, I would say don't go running out there like that, straight out in the open like that, where the enemy can see. You want to get much more cover than just what your shield provides. You want to get cover from that actual environment, and that's one of the key things, guys, of legendaries. This is how I started being able to do these missions with directives and whatnot. You want to be able to use the environment to your advantage. Always want to use the environment to your advantage. You don't never want to go into a mission and be like, and just go in there blindly. And that's what I mean. Another testament, as I said earlier, to like seeing legendary as a real gunfight. If you're in a real gunfight, you obviously be looking at your surroundings, what's cover, where can you go, and what's the best angles in order to get the best position on the enemy. It's no different in this. It's the same thing in legendary. When you're playing this, you want to get the best angle on the enemy. You want to get the best position. So like it doesn't change or anything like that. It's just it more or less just adds to the note that you want to play it like a real gunfight. When you play it like that, and you play it in the form of you want to get the best position on the enemy in order to win, that's what happens in this game. Like when you do that, like that, you'll get the same results. If you're playing it casually, challenging, like heroic or whatnot, and you're just running through it, like you can just run through it, it's not going to work like that. Not in legendary, at least. It's not going to work like that. So you totally want to just you want to make sure that you're doing things in the right way. We got that chunk out of there. That's a great job from us. Let's go ahead. We want to keep we want to scour the area. We want to keep back, guys. We want to keep back. This dog's coming in. Let's see. Okay, so the enemies are there. My shield's relatively decent. It's keeping up. I believe my shield's 4 tier scaled. I believe this is a 3 tier skill set, but because I have a blue with my shield, and the shield does take in skill cores as well. I believe I have 4, so it helps. It's a decent balance for a shield to be able to actually block out attacks and be useful. Because if your shield's too low, I wouldn't even say, like, if you don't have like at least a 4-tier shield build, your shield is at least 4-tier skills, like there's no use having it, in my opinion. It's not going to be able to protect you or not be able to do much against anything against these enemies. You want something that can protect you relatively decently, and I feel at skill tier 4, I feel like the shield comes in strongly. Like, I feel like not strongly, but it neatly, decently comes in at, I think that that's like the lowest level that you can have a shield at where it's effective in a mission such as legendary. Like, you could have it at tier 4 as long as you have like a good DPS. It helps out. You'd be able to have some cover and be able to still dish damage out. If it's like 3 or anything below, I'd probably recommend that for like maybe challenging or like heroic or something like that. I wouldn't say going to legendary with a 3 skill shield build, because I don't think that would work at all. You're not going to get much protection. The enemies will melt that shield like very, very fast. It's not going to do much. And even if you don't have the right mods on the shield, even if it's 5 tier or 6 tier and you don't have the right mods on it, they'll still melt the shield. So it's like, that's what I mean. I feel like the minimum for legendary, at least in my opinion, is a 4-tier skill shield build. If you're going with a shield, at least has to be 4 skill tiers if you want to use it in legendary and let it be effective, at least to protect you and be able to do something. At least in my experience. Could be wrong, but I'm just saying, like, in my experience, just to be honest, especially when considering directives. So you want to take out these dogs. This little dog's coming in. Lie down. Time for you to go to sleep. Okay, so you're seeing us keep patient distant. It's a good thing we do have an ammo box here. Tidal Basin is generous in that sense at certain spots. It does give you that, as it should, because if it didn't, it would be very, 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 very tough to get this stuff done, considering we didn't have any bullets to do majority of the tasks that would be needed to be done. Kind of would have to be calling it the switcheroo. We'd have to go through like literally like multiple guns that probably wouldn't have, that most likely wouldn't have the same DPS and whatnot, thus resulting in a wipe. So it's cool, and I think that's one of the things with game developers and whatnot. It's one of the little things that they have to get right. That kind of does prove in a sense that developers did play this game, because where the ammo boxes are placed, it shows you that they played it, because it's like, if they weren't placed there, it'd be like, okay, where are we supposed to get ammo from? How are we supposed to do this on harder difficulties or whatnot? So that is something. It's just little kudos I give to the devs on that, I guess I could say. It's those little things. But then there are those areas that you'll see later on in this respective run. We get all the way up there. Do we get there? You'll see how there is no ammo in some spots, and we gotta go about it in a certain way as a result of that. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please hit that like and subscribe. Thank you for joining this premiere. If you're live, if you're watching it after the live premiere, thank you for watching it and joining. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out. It allows this video to be seen by various audiences, various other agents, in order to ultimately up the community, which is my ultimate goal at the end of the day. So thank you very much, agents. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for tuning in. For all of you, every single last one of you that are tuning in, thank you very much. If this is something that you very much enjoy, I see a high number count, a high number of watchers. It'll be something I'll do a lot more often. When I do elite level content, I'll usually bring it in as a premiere, just to start it all off. But thank you guys very much for this, and just exercise that like and subscribe button. It always helps out. This is quite the run. This is quite the run. These runs are always interesting. I know there's a lot of fans that always tell me they want to see me do these runs. They want to see me exercise my talent, and they just want to see me do these runs. So I hope it's enjoyable to you guys. And if you guys have missed out on any other runs, my 4 directive Manning Zoo, 4 directive Tidal, not Tidal Basin, we're in the middle of this one right now, 4 directive DUA, 4 directive Capital, 4 directive Roosevelt, and 4 directive Manning. You guys can go ahead and check out the description link below, the link in the description below, and you'll be able to see those runs as well if you want to see those. I think I did the legendary Roosevelt, Capital, and DUA multiple times with 4 directives with different weapons. I think I did it. There might be some ones I got to put into the playlist if they're not in there by the time you guys see this or go to it, but there's some ones on those. But I know Manning Zoo I did once with 4 directives, and this one, Tidal Basin, 4 directives, we are doing right now. So yeah, just go ahead and look into that if you want to look into that. If it's something that you want to see more of, or like, you want to see me like run it in other missions. So we're pushing forward here. You're seeing us be patient. We're not pushing too far in. You're hearing the choppers come. You want to go back when you hear that. You do not want to stay up front. You want to get back. You want to head back as fast as you're able. The enemy will swarm you from behind on all sides if you stay in the middle up there. So you always want to go back where you have a foundation where you can fight them and retreat if need be off your back foot. And I believe there is a Chunga. I believe there was a Chunga dropped off. I don't see him. But I believe there was one, and that's one of the main reasons, key reasons also why you don't want to be too far in. I'm telling you guys, Legendary is already hard enough with 4 directives. For those of you that have never done it or haven't tried it, you just, man, just have no clue. Like, it's, you gotta definitely be sure. You see that? I was out there for like a second, and my whole, like, I was almost one-shotted right there. My whole life almost went down. Like, it's crazy. The armor and life and everything. So it's like, it just shows you the rigor of these enemies and just how hard they are, and that you always gotta be focused on this. Doing one of these runs, you just always gotta have your mind on the prize at all times. You can't be looking away or nothing. So we're doing a great job. My teammates, me and my teammates, we're doing a great job. I'm here. We're keeping back. Teammates doing a great job of listening. You saw them all run back. They all came back here when they heard the helicopters. Excellent play. I didn't have to say anything on that. And I believe I did say something in the chat about it. And if I didn't say it yet, I believe it's coming up. I did say great job of running back and seeing and realizing that you had to get back. Because some agents, they don't pay attention to that. They don't even know they have to get back. And that's just my team being aware. And this is the type of agents I'm telling you want to run with. You want to run with people that are aware. They know what's going on. And they're ready. You know, you want to be some agents that are always on their toes. They're always ready to go. That gives you the best chance of these missions. And that's the type of agents you realistically need to win these missions. Don't get it twisted. I might say randoms, but it's a knowledgeable randoms, and there is such thing as that, because there are some agents that actually believe that there's no knowledgeable randoms. That majority of randoms are just casuals that play it, and they might be decent, but they're just casuals. I'm like, no, there are some randoms that are really good. I played with some randoms that are a lot better than some teammates that I played with, like in the past, like that are supposed to be coordinated, but it just depends on the player and who it is. And I'm just showing you that randoms, it could be done. You just guys got to just coordinate yourself, structure yourselves, make sure you're all on the same page. That's all it comes down to. Okay, so we're getting these guys out of here. See how they're hiding? It's crazy how these legendary enemies hide. And this guy's going to put a hill box down right there where we can't even see the thing. Look at this. That's crazy. See what I mean? They'll do this stuff sometimes, and I'm like, you got to give me a break here, really? So he's going to drop that there. Look, this is 4 directive legendary right here. He's going to drop the hill box right next to where we can't. Look at this. Right next to the truck where nobody could see it. So if we couldn't get over here, if I couldn't get over here, this guy could just sit here hiding, trying to spam drones and making all sorts of issues and problems. See, that's one area of the game I don't agree with. I'm like, at least let them put it where they could see. I mean, come on. That's like, the AI, I mean, I respect the AI. The AI is smart. It's a good thing, but that's like a human move. I would think like a human player was playing, doing something like that. You put the hill box where nobody can see it unless they come literally around the corner. Like for a lot of teams right there, that could be like wiped, like in an instance. Like, because nobody can get over there to kill him. Nobody can move him from there. They could keep spamming drones on you, kill your teammates, kill you. Come up occasionally, peekaboo out of there, shoot you, like one, two shot you. While he's just sitting there with the heal. So it's like, that's why I have various weapons, such as a striker drone, to seek stuff out like that. That's what I mean by that. Am I in agreement with that? No. I don't think the enemy should be able to do something like that. And if they can do something like that, at least let us be able to blow the truck up then. Or something. But it's like, that's not even fair to, like, I could just imagine some teams wiping off of something like that, and that would just be godly level frustrating, like to be able to have to wipe off of something like that, or the enemy pulls some type of smart move like that. But hey, I guess that's the legendary AI for you, right? Okay. What a premiere, guys. What a premiere. Thank you for joining. For those of you that are joining in this live premiere, thank you for joining. Highly appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you're very much enjoying this video. We have a lot more to go. Let's see if we can get it done. Hit that like and subscribe. We're going to keep delving in. Go ahead and get that food. Get that popcorn ready. Get those chips open, because we're going to be running this one. This one's going to be, we're going to get through this one, guys. We got to get through it. We're going to get through it. Thank you all for joining. I'll be answering any questions and all questions that all you guys might have in the chat. Refer to the chat. I'll be answering questions there for you guys. So ask anything that you want to ask within that about the mission, anything like that. If you want to connect, I'll go ahead and respond to you guys there and keep it going. Enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. It's fun. It's fun. Thank you all for joining. Those of you that are joining, it's a fun experience, and I hope you guys are learning a little something from this, if anything. I know it's a legendary mission with directives, so it's kind of not like a teach session. It's kind of like just a go session, and just hopefully we can get the job done. So there's that. Let's go ahead and continue. So you're seeing right here, for those of you that were looking at the chat, if you were, you'll notice that I was saying, like, somebody's kind of got to go down there, and I don't mean that in a negative way. Somebody's got to play guinea pig, because the thing is, there is no ammo boxes down there. So the thing is, you kind of have to get the ammo box, we'd have to run back here, although we're still subjected to be shot at up top. So it was kind of weird how my teammates, a lot of them, the dark I'm using was the only one that went down. I kind of told all my teammates to go down there and help him as I stayed up top. The reason why I stayed up top is because, as you'll see, I have the most lethal, DPS output on a lot of these enemies, and I'm able to hit them and kill them in ways, in high level elite ways, and I'm sure like a few of my teammates, or like some of them, can't do it in. So I'm saying, if they come this close, I have you guys. I have my Stinger Hive to be able to protect you. So I was just saying to go down there and fight them. Obviously, both of them are supposed to stay up here. Now the thing is, staying up top, this is for teach purposes now. Like, if you're staying up top here in the legendary Tidal Basin, what you want to do, you want to stay alive. So if two of your teammates jump down, whoever stays up top, be sure that they're the most elite level survivors, because you can't be dying up top. And you're going to see an example of that, and you're going to see me control the situation in that way, and you're going to see the agent respectfully go along and listen and follow directions, which is what you're supposed to do in a situation like that. But you're seeing us fight here, and my goal realistically was for the majority of them to be down there as I took up top. Because I'm not saying that just to say, oh, okay, I'm the one that has to be up top. Because no, I'm saying the reason I'm saying that is because I know I can put a lot of damage in on these guys from up here, and I can hurt them like in ways and draw their attention. And I know that I can maneuver them and they won't kill me. And I can go back, get ammo. And worst case scenario, even if they all died, I have the ability to fight these guys off alone, off my back foot, going backward, if that were to happen. So I'm considering all these things. I want to give us the best chance of winning, and I'm like, I know this. I know that I'm experiencing it like that. So I'm saying, you guys go down there, and I'll do my absolute best to fight from the top. And when I say absolute best, I mean absolute best, as you're seeing here. Just do what you have to do, and we should be able to survive and do this. We will be able to survive and do it. And that's just like the route like I'm going in this. Like I'm kind of like, got to tell the teammates. I was saying watch for bullets, like when you're running. I don't think I mentioned it yet here, but I'm let one of my teammates know bullets can come through that window on the right there. I don't know if a lot of agents are aware, but you're seeing this Chunga here. We're taking this Chunga out. You want to take him out. Definitely don't want the Chunga getting any leeway. Don't want him getting too close. Starting to send his little things out to hit us. We want to get him out of there. Gotta get him out of there. These guys just take a bunch of bullets, though. I won't lie. So you just always want to keep structure when you're fighting them. You just always want to keep structure. You don't want to go too far in. So I think we got him. There you go. That's pretty. That's good. That's pretty good. So we ended up getting him, guys. We ended up getting him. We're still looking. You still see a lot of yellow enemies over there. A lot of gold enemies. Very strong. Don't want to let up for that very reason. So you're seeing them starting to push in here. And as I was saying, being on top, you just want to always be alive. You want to make sure that you're alive. Like I said, if you're going to be one of the agents that are going to remain on top here within your group, do you attempt to run this? And it doesn't have to be at 4 directives, but I'm just saying, do you attempt to run Legendary Tidal Basin? The best course of action here, due to the bottom not having ammo box, is to the 2 agents at the bottom having builds that they can cope with without an ammo box, and both the agents at the top being able to survive at a high level. Because if you can't do that and you die up top, nobody can really save you, and at the same time you're not offering any type of assistance from above, having the higher ground. You're not offering any type of assistance to your agents by dying up here, and you have a lot of cover, a lot more cover up here from the enemy than you would down there. So it's like there's literally just no reason. Realistically, you should be dying. Do you choose to stay atop up here? So as you'll see here, if I notice any agents dying up top here, then that's just their cue that they should go below and help. And while I remain up top, or while me and any other agent remains up top and deals with the enemy. That's just the way to go about this. My goal was never for Dark Amusing to be down there alone. That's not what I said. I literally told I did tell my team like to literally go down there with him, but I guess they said, you know, not bad. They can stay up here for right now. Like, you know, as long as they're helping out and highly helping, you know, fight off the enemy from up top. But I just feel it would be better for them to have gone down with him. I feel this part would have been easier in that sense, because it would have offered him more firepower as opposed to myself from the top, and we would have handled him, as you'll respectively see moving forward. So Dark Amusing was killed. Obviously, being below, that will happen. He's the only one, unfortunately, that's below. He went down there to pull him. But there should at least been another teammate down there with him. But it is what it is. We're able to see him. I'm able to see, like, as you're seeing from this distance, I'm able to see the enemies and put some damage on them. Obviously, I would like my AR to be a little stronger, of course, but I'm putting decent, you know, DPS on them. I'm able to kill them and put enough DPS on them. And that's what I mean by all the agents being below and me being able to work up top. That was my original plan. But as I said, sometimes with randoms, at times sometimes they won't follow you and listen fully. And that wasn't like a crucial spot. I mean, everybody, I guess they felt a lot more comfortable up top. It makes sense. Maybe they wanted a gun with more ammo. But as this gets more hectic, you will see, of course, respectively, that, you know, some of them will go down below because it's required. Let's get this medic out of here. You never want to have the medic ever running. I'm able to work. See, there you go. Get him out of there. Get his drone out. You want to get him out of there. He's just bad news completely, because having him in there, that just negates everything. He brings everybody back. You don't want that. You want to get this robot out of there. Annoying robot. Get him out of there. He's not shooting at anybody, making anything a living hell, making it harder for other people, or my teammates, my allies. So yeah, and he's gonna run off. That's one thing I don't like about those robots. They're gonna run off, heal, come back, as per norm. But that doesn't matter. As long as we have the higher ground up here and we're dealing with them as we're dealing with them, that will definitely, totally, and utterly not be an issue. So it doesn't matter. So you're seeing us keep back here, guys. This is one of like the key strategies of how to deal with this. At the same time, you just can't fall asleep up here, because believe me, the enemy can hit you up here in key, very, very key, unsuspecting ways if you're not paying attention, and fast too. So you're seeing these guys pushing here. I run out of ammo. I know I need to get more, so let's go ahead and go back. It's frustrating. It's tough sometimes with the ammo hoarding, because with the directives, because you run out of ammo so quick. The enemy's so strong and you run out so fast. But it's just one of the handicaps you have on yourself, and that's just what comes with the directives. Makes things more spicy than they need to be. Not spicier than it needs to be. But hey, spicy is what we like on this channel, so that's what I do. Do it all for you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you're enjoying it. We'll keep this going. Gotta get this win. Gotta get the win. That's what we all do it for. That's what I do it for every time I run it. Okay, I'm trying to switch here. It's not letting me change. It wasn't letting me change there. Oh, it wasn't, yeah. It has to recharge. I'd rather keep my Stinger Hive, though. It helps out, unless I was going to change to Revive Dark Amusing. I could, but I think what I need to do, it would probably be better to hold the Stinger Hive, considering it has 11 charges and it can negate the enemy from getting over here. Okay, so Busy's kind of sitting here right now, and I'm kind of just telling him watch themselves, because I've been sitting there before, and the reason why I said that is because I've been sitting there in the past and I got picked off through that window. nearly like I got picked off. I had a revive hive, but I got hit. And it's like they can get you through that window. So I mean, they can hit you in unsuspecting ways up here. They can launch a nade perfectly right in your vicinity. You just want to be always paying attention. Okay, so let's get him out of there. Okay, so Dark Musing's still dead, but that's justifiable. He was down there alone. That's no easy task. I expected others to go down there. I could have held the top and just held the range from the top. I did run out here, but I'm not going back. I'm going to go ahead and shotgun this guy because... Oh, man. Okay, so the shield's out. Let's go ahead and head back. Let's go ahead and get that ammo. It's kind of risky doing that here. I kind of should have waited maybe a little bit because they could be shooting from the other end over there. I don't see any other enemies that far out, though. If they were more far out, they could be aiming at me from here, and they definitely can hit you from here. Just to let you guys know. So you just always want to be aware of that stuff. Let's go ahead and take these guys out. We're still atop. This part's always it's always like high octane. Like it can get very hectic fast, and there's a lot of waves at this part. There's like so many different waves that come at this area. And if you're not watching within the specific area, they could sneak up on you very fast, or like just push up on you quick. And there's a lot of waves that come, and they come like quick and fast and lethal. So it's like with chungas included. So it's like that's why being up here is so crucial. Like it helps out as long as like you're in there, you're paying attention and you're in the area. And that's what it need. That's what being up here entails. You have to be you have to have survivability. There's no use at all being at the top if you don't have survivability. That's the thing. I mean, just for the team's sake, obviously, I would like to have the other ones have gone down there just to be able to help out Dark Musing, the other teammate that was down there. I feel it would have played out a lot more, but like I said, you want to just you want to totally and utterly exercise survivability when remaining up top within this mission, Legendary Tidal Basin. Do you decide to be the agent that actually ends up remaining up top? So if you want to be one of the ones up top up here, just have key survivability. That's technically all it comes down to. As you're seeing here, the enemies are still pushing up on us, of course. You're seeing the other teammate that now jumped down. I believe Busy Gamer B now jumped down there with Dark Musing, and now that leaves me and Mr. Waffles up here. And as I was saying earlier, having survivability, you're going to see an example here of you see how Waffles was killed here. That's what I mean. You gotta just exercise that ability to not die, because your team's relying on you to have upper support, and you have all the ammo up here to get and everything. So there should be no reason at all that you're dying up here. You should be able to stay alive, and that's one of the things I had to emphasize to them. Unfortunately, I had to emphasize that to them after a while, because it's like if you can't do it that well up top, it's the best thing to do is just to go down low. That's the best thing. Go down low, help your teammates out. Don't die up top, because that's a burden. The team won't get any support from up top, while the other players trying to revive the other player up top. The top players shouldn't die. I understand the bottom players can die, but the ones up top, if you choose to remain up here, it's just one of your obligations of being that agent within this mission. If you're one of the elite agents, or one of the main agents that are leading your team, you want to be that lead figure. If you remain up top, you got to make sure you're not dying. And you're seeing here, Mr. Waffles died. Very not the worst, not the best spot to die in. Not the worst spot at the same time. I can revive him, but what I'm going to go ahead and say here, I'm kind of letting him know right now that if you're going to stay up top, you can't die, because your team is not going to get any cover. they're not going to be able to get any assistance from you up top by dying like that. At the same time, I have to go revive you, and I'm putting myself in danger of the enemy now, launching a nade at me, doing anything they can do at this point of me reviving you. At the same time, we're not helping our teammates. We're not picking them off from a distance, like what we should be doing right now when they're down. You're seeing Dark Amusing, you see his life going down. We probably most likely could have been there to protect him, but I'm reviving Waffles because he died. That's not supposed to be happening if he's remaining up top. So now I'm letting him know now here to go down and join them. If you can't stay alive up top, just go down and join them. That's the best route. The only thing I can be, as I tell you guys, and my team is honest, to give us the best chance of success from what I'm seeing. So if you can stay alive, we shall see. If he's able to stay alive, he stays up top. It's not a problem. It's just, like I said, guys, this is a form of an elite team structure. It's just ensuring, making sure everybody's on the same page, everybody understands what they're supposed to do. If they're unable to do their task, working to another objective, another area of expertise to the point that it can still be done. There's more than one way to reach the goal. There's plan A, B, C, D, E, and even F at times. So it's like you want to technically have it all the way to Z if you can, but you want to just utilize stuff. And if things aren't working that way, you got to change it on the fly. You can't keep going with something that's not working. That will not equate to any wins. And that's why I stress the stuff I do in a lot of my videos, guys, for you guys to win legendary, is because you have to implement certain things and you have to go by them. You guys, that's how you have to play. That's part of playing as a key structured, cohesive unit. That's part of it. That's what it means. Okay, so let's get this medic out of here. We want to get him out. We don't want him in there. Great job. We're doing good. So we took him out. You want to get this grenade spammer out of here. Don't want him coming in here, making things harder than they should be. Okay, it's good. We killed a lot of them. The teammates below have ammo, different things they can get. They have different things below that can refill it. There's no ammo boxes down low, so it helps. I'm kind of just letting them know I'm using like a solo legendary DPS build. And the build that you see me using here was actually one of the builds I exercised with legendary. And we're seeing Mr. Waffles has gone down again. So this time we are going to tell him to go down there and help the team. Because if you're going down this many times above, there's just no reason to be up here. It's not any help at all to the team at that point. You see how they listen? You see that? That's the key thing that I'm saying. That's why I say Mr. Waffles is one of the top agents in this game. I will say that. I will not go back on it. Because he listened. He saw the error that he was doing. And he saw, darn, you know what? They have a point. I would do better off playing down there. Might be a lot better to go down there and help my team while he scours the area up top. Now for me, it's no easy feat. Because now, how dumb would I look if I told him to do that and now I'm dying up here? You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta stand on your word, and you gotta know that you can do the job. And that's just, unfortunately, guys, I know that's a lot of you guys, like some of the agents don't do well under pressure, but playing these types of missions, legendary and stuff, it's one of those things. It's just gonna be, people are gonna have roles, and it's like you got to fulfill your role. If you're not fulfilling your role, you're just not gonna win the mission. It's just how it goes, and it's, if you want to win the mission, you have to fulfill the role. And that's just what comes with legendary, as with anything in life. It's like a pilot flying a plane or whatever or whatnot. you gotta land. You gotta know how to land it. You gotta be able to land it. You gotta be able to land it well. If you can't land that plane well, you know the outcome of that. If you're not able to do that, then no matter if you could take off supremely well, it doesn't matter. If you can't land it well, it's not gonna. That's a task that you're supposed to be able to do. And if you can't do it, or you forget, you have dementia during the flight, that's just going to be tough for the passengers and whatnot. So, it's just one of those things. There's obligations that you have to fulfill in life. There's sometimes things you have to do. And within Division 2, playing at this difficulty, at this level, there's obligations, guys. If you want to actually realistically have a chance of beating these missions, you have to be able to fulfill those obligations. As long as you can do that, you're fine. And it just builds yourself more as a solid elite agent. It builds a confidence. It builds your confidence up. And that's what you want. You want high confidence level agents that are ready to go. There's nothing more like a high confidence level team, guys. I'm telling you, it's always great. My teammates, this is a great team right here. Don't get me wrong. This is a great team. They're doing what very, 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 very few can do or are able to do. This difficulty is definitely no cakewalk, but they're doing a great job and thus far in what they've been able to do, and staying back and just battling the enemy, fighting off their back foot, keeping the battle up, not giving up. always seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, always knowing that there's a way. Just never allowing the enemy to get the main push on us. As you're seeing, they're all fighting. This is what you guys want in a legendary team, especially with directives. This is what you want. This is the only way you're going to win. I definitely couldn't do it alone with 4 directives, I tell you that. I've never seen anybody on any type of social media platform do it alone with directives on. With 4 directives. I've never seen that. I don't think I'm going to see it. Seen some people maybe do, like, their solo runners do it solo with no directives, but I'm saying this with directives, no, you're not seeing that. And if you are seeing it, I love to tune in anybody that's doing that one. I have my ships ready for that, because I have not seen that. So if you're doing a solo, if you forget solo, I'm just saying if you're doing a 4 directive legendary run, period, 2 directive legendary run even, you just have to be, your team has to just be, you just have to be ready. You have to be on your P's and Q's and the know-how. Because original legendary is hard enough, as you guys all know. So I hope you're enjoying this thus far. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you've been enjoying it thus far. Thank you guys for joining. We're doing well thus far. Can we finish this? Can we beat it though? That's the question. That's the question we got to figure out. And if we can do it, in what way, in what fashion. Legendary 4 directives is no joke. Tidal Basin legendary is no joke. So this with 4 directives, it's not anything that anybody wants to plan on doing. Not anything anybody wants to actually do. So that's why I'm doing it. You guys can watch me do it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I did say I was going to bring this to you, so here it is right here. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully we can have a victorious outing. That's the goal. And I can complete my final 4 directive legendary run of Tidal Basin to complete the entire collection of legendaries 4 directives. Don't say anything about doing it legendary 5 directives. That's definitely not in my book. I'm not planning that. If I ever did plan that, it'd have to be with well-coordinated clan mates or something like that. Or like maybe I could collab with another like YouTuber or something. I don't know. But I'm not going to do it 5 directives with randoms. I just can't do that with the cool skills. It's tough. So if that's the case, I don't know. But we shall see. That's definitely not in the foreseeable future at all. But hopefully Division 3, we get some Division 3 news by then. And other things going on to the point, I'm not even worried about that. So thank you guys for all that. Highly appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys right now that are joining this live for the premiere. Hope you're enjoying the premiere video. I'm looking forward to anything and everything you have to say in the chat. For those of you that have participated in the chat, thank you very much. It's highly appreciated. Just go ahead and say anything in the chat if you have anything to say, and I will go ahead and get back to you right now. I'm live with the chat, so go ahead and just let me know anything you want to know. We still have a little bit ways to go here. So hopefully you're enjoying. Let's go ahead and get back to it. So we have another wave here coming. Here's another wave. Like I said, guys, this part of Tidal Basin is insane. There's so many waves that come. It's like you kill so many of them and you think you're done, and then it's like there's yet another wave. There's another wave coming. I believe there's a chunga. So the whole thing is just about being patient and distant here. Patience, distance. Okay, so Dark Musings being revived by Busy Game. Busy Gamer B is reviving him. That's good. They were able to get that done. I'm telling him to kill the medic. I'm keeping up top. Doing my best to stay alive. I don't want to be a bad example. Tell Mr. Waffles to go down and I'm dying. I'm up here. Can't have that happening. Kind of got to stay focused. But I always keep focused. So let's go ahead and take this guy out over here. Watch for the drones. There is a chunga there, I believe. He's got to back it up. And it's good to have the Stinger Hive, guys. Like I said, I've told you guys so many times about the Stinger Hive in the past. It's crazy how many times I've totally told you about the Stinger Hive and what it does. Like, it's insane what the Stinger Hive is able to do. It plays as that testament of like that extra shield like way. I always throw that down there just to give my teammates like leeway. Like you saw me throw it there just before I went here just to get this ammo box. Just to ensure the enemy stays away just for a second. Yeah, you see them. They are pushing back up. I'm going to try and save it. Actually, I can't save it. I'm going to go ahead and throw it. You see me throw that back there. Instantly, as I throw that, that did attack him. It backs the enemy up right away. Like, it doesn't look like it does much, but believe me, that did a lot. It backed the enemy up just for that amount of seconds. It damaged them. It had them think twice about pushing in to my other teammates down there. It had the enemy think twice. You see, that's what I like. It's good to be able to have that. So now I'm going to go ahead and try and maximize my Stinger Hive and have it allow it to heal, allow it to regenerate a few charges. The more charges I get, the more protected my team is below. So my focus has to be pristine up here. My team is relying on me heavily right now to be able to perform and be able to do what I said. So this is what I mean when I say when your tasks got to be performed, they got to be performed. You got to do it. So they're doing a great job. GG's with it. We stopped it. There you go. I'm just letting them know we fight structured, we win. So going on to the next part, guys. This next part, as you're seeing me in the comment section typing, I'm just letting them know we have to keep back again, because there's also this next part coming up. There is no ammo box. This is one of the parts I was saying. Usually Tidal Basin is generous. This was one of the spots they didn't have ammo in, and there's going to be another spot upcoming where they also do not have ammo in. It's crazy, because when it does not have ammo, when Tidal Basin does choose to have a part that doesn't have ammo, it really has no ammo, and it's just tough. So what we're going to try and do at this next part, guys, we're going to go ahead and try and utilize the same approach that we did here. Basically the same approach where 1 was up top and like 3 were down low. Preferably myself will be up top here. We're going to go ahead and try and implement this out. I just feel like it's a key strategy, considering how we were able to get past that last part doing it. And that's one of the key things I always tell you guys about Legendary. A lot of times by getting through the mission, it'll tell you, beating one section will tell you what you need to do in the next section and how to win it, if it is similar in a way, in a sense. And this part is very similar to this other area in a sense, considering there is only an ammo box before you jump down. And so therefore whoever stays behind must utilize key survivability and utilize the ammo box, as you're seeing right here. It's this part right here, and the enemy can definitely push. I do have a strong elite DPS build, very, very, very strong. It plays well like within solo legendary, so it works, and I'm able to see the enemy from a distance up top, and it's just an excellent build to be able to pick enemies off from a distance, especially with the St. Elmo's. It's precision and it's electricity. So you see me tell them here in the comment section here below, in the comment section, I'm within the game. You see me tell them here that they cannot die if they choose to stay back here and shoot and fight. They cannot die in a bad spot, in a bad area. If you're gonna go all the way out, go fully. I'll keep back here, I'll fight from here. You're seeing a lot of them, they're choosing to go up. I was kind of assuming that Waffles would probably try and stay, but he decided to go. So you're seeing him implement the same tactic that I said from the get-go, the beginning, considering the last area. This is what I was trying to say from the get-go. You guys, all 3, go down there. Let me work from here. You guys fight. I got you guys 6 definitely from up top. Like, you guys don't have to worry about that. I'll fight from up top the best way and the absolute best I can. I give them my word, and that's what we're going to do here. Let's see how this is implemented. This was my original plan in the last room. This is actually what I wanted to do in the last room. So we're going to go ahead and see if this plan implemented works. Let's go ahead and see if it works. So we're going to go ahead, get their attention. Somebody's got, I think Dark Amusing might go ahead and push him. I was kind of letting them know they could start the fight from up the corner, but I guess it's better to be back here. I think that I kind of shot myself in the foot there, because like I kind of want them to be close enough to be able to get the protection from my hive. If they all are kind of back here, they can get that protection. And you're seeing me shoot from this distance, so you're going to see that St. Elmo's, you see the precision, you're seeing the strength of it, you're seeing the precision, you're seeing the way I'm able to hit them. This is great from this distance. It allows me to see all the enemies while they're not able to depict their aim upon me. They can't put their aim on me. I'm able to just do tons of damage, as you're seeing here on them. It's a great thing. I think we did devise a great strategy here to do it this way. This is just one way for those of you that are watching that have never done this before, or you want to kind of think of a way on how to do it. This is one of the ways that it can be done. But you have to be very careful, of course, up top, because if I die up here, not a good look for myself, not a good look for the team. I cannot be revived. I do not have a revive hive on. I usually would say have a revive hive, but then having a revive hive would negate me not being able to have a stinger hive for their protection down low. Do any enemies come close, as you're going to see me throw here. Just putting that down there, and it's in the radius of it, changes a lot within this fight. Believe me, it changes a ton. So it's like me having a revive hive. I could throw a revive hive down there or could revive them, but that's not going to help them fight the enemy. I'd rather the teammates on a difficulty like this, where they can need all the firepower they can get. I'd say a 3 skill tier hive, stinger hive, is better than nothing, and it has 11 charges. That's amazing. That's why I say the Stinger Hive is just amazing. It's an amazing weapon. It's an amazing skill. And as you're seeing, a lot of the enemies aren't pushing on my team that much. And the thing is, they respect the hive. My team is a little closer up. And I believe I am going to emphasize that I want them to be a little more back so that they can go into my hive. Or they can have my hive's protection. Does the enemy push lethally? I know how that can be. And having that hive out there and having it be able to stay out there for the time it can stay, the duration. Oh, close there. See, so I'm kind of utilizing the top well, guys. I'm trying to utilize the top, trying to be very structured in the way I do it. I do not have a shield up here. I don't know why I kind of went out. Nope, can't do that. Let's kind of stay back a little, let the shield come back, heal myself. I got 4 heals. I have plenty health to be able to do that. It's a good thing. Let's not go too far, not fall off the edge. Let's kind of keep structured. See, I'm able to pick them off from here, guys. This is just an excellent spot. Excellent spot to be able to see them from. I knew it would work. It's a good spot. Enemies can't see me. I'm able to hurt them lethally. I feel like one of the strongest DPSers should be up top here and checking this out. But at the same time, you should have a shield or something in order to stop the enemy from hitting you. You have to have a way. I mean, maybe you could have a decoy. Maybe somebody could. Maybe one of you guys could utilize this in a sense better. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you could utilize a decoy up here. But the reason why I have the Stinger Hive is that it creates that extra form of protection for my team. So it's like when I do things, guys, I always try and utilize it in a way where it's like, even if I'm not with my team, I'm with my team. Like, it's not like I'm up here by myself and, oh, you know, I'm safe up here, I can shoot, because I know if the enemy pushes and kills all my team, it's a high chance I'm not going to get past this area. So I have to fight strongly with them. And you're seeing me say right there in the chat, keep steady. They will push in. Let me go ahead and go down and get some more ammo. Little slower animation there. Okay, getting some more ammo for the St. Elmo's. No pun intended. More ammo for the St. Elmo's. That's funny. It's a little ironic. But we're going back up now. Let's go ahead and see. My Stinger Hive's still there. My team's kind of pushed up a little some. Push up a little some as long as they're steady. That's why I kind of told them keep steady. I'm trying to see who I can take out. I don't think the coast is clear enough for me to drop yet, so I'm totally just gonna chill atop here and see who else I can take out, pick off from up here. You are seeing them push now. You're seeing the enemies push now. Okay, so they push a little closer. I didn't want them all the way up there. This dog pushed a little some. It's my job, my duty to take them out. There's a lot of they need to come back this way now. It's a good thing they're coming back this way. I think I need to emphasize that. So I took that dog out. It's a good thing that's out of here. Shooting from a distance. I'm just trying to kind of hit a lot of these enemies. I'm trying not to, I don't want to speak so much because I know how that can be. Okay, so my hive is my Stinger Hive is reviving. That's a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put that up there. I think that's the reason. Notice this, when the Stinger Hive goes out, they start pushing. So you guys are seeing how huge factor the Stinger Hive is, how just much of a factor I am up here. Gotta kind of take them out. They're pushing a little some. Okay, so my shield's a little low. I gotta kind of get it back. So I'm kind of gonna tell them to kind of come back because I have the Stinger Hive, and they gotta keep back so that I can protect them from here. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of here. Damn it! I gotta get that hive out. Gotta get that hive out. Okay, there you go. That offers protection there, guys. See, I'm not down there. But just from doing that, perfect throw. That's such a great throw. From doing that, you're seeing how it's spread the area. You're seeing the enemies like back. Okay, so you're seeing that robot. That's why I don't like those little annoying robots. They like aim. It's like they know where the source is at. They're like, forget the ant. I know where the ant colony is at. I see you. I'm going to get you. It's just annoying. But anyways, though, we're pushing. We're continuing to put. We're still doing it. Dark Amusing went down. I do have the Stinger Hive up, so we're still doing better than you expected. The enemies do respect the Stinger Hive. That's why they're not pushed. I feel like, obviously, guys, I'm telling you, at this part, they'd be pushing in a lot more hectic than what you're seeing right now. You're seeing the hive work. You're seeing it go off a little bit. It's doing its best. We're doing our best to hold them off, but the main key thing you want to do, you want to make sure you have something out there, even if it's not a stinger hive. You want to have a turret. You want to have something that's strong, that keeps the enemy honest, that allows them not to push. Because even if they do push and they come into the hive, it's going to hurt them. Okay, so we got him out of there. Excellent work. The stinger hive did its job. You see my teammates kind of backed up into it. Excellent play, excellent device strategy. I can't say enough. You guys are seeing it right here during the premiere. You're seeing it. Excellent. Excellent device strategy. This is just one of the ways you can utilize the stinger hive. This is what I mean. How when I say the stinger hive is like the legendary's like worst nightmare. Like legendary and AI do not like the stinger hive. The higher tier it is. This is not even a tier 6 stinger hive. So imagine. And this is a 4 directive legendary mission. So imagine just original legendary. So it just goes testament to show that what it can do. Of course, the team is well structured. My teammates are doing some excellent play down low. They're staying alive. They're picking their spots. They're getting behind cover. They're doing what they can do to take the enemy out and keeping everything I'm saying in mind. So it's great. You got to have the teammates as well to do it. It's just no one-man show at all. Don't get it twisted. So we're up here. I'm going to keep this hive up. I don't trust that all the enemies are gone. We do not have the mini-map, by the way. You guys know how much I stress the mini-map. You already know how that goes, how much I stress that. So we do not have the mini-map. Mini-map is not here. And so therefore, we just got to kind of go off of what we're seeing. It's still saying secure the area, so obviously there are enemies. I'm kind of telling them it's a great lethal view from up here. It really is, because I had like actually some fun from up here. It was well structured, paid attention to fun. You know, I had to be on my P's and Q's, obviously on my toes. Obviously, I had to be, but it was something new. And considering the difficulty, it was just a well devised plan and strategy. So whenever you do, I guess I understand what they mean whenever they say whenever you do have the higher ground, it does matter. I used to think what was the whole big deal about the higher ground? Wouldn't the lower ground matter more because you have more, you can kind of like dodge more? But it's like, no, the higher ground you can oversee more. So you're able to see everything. And if you have great precision with the St. Elmo's offers and distance, in addition to that amazing electrocution talent, it's crazy. It does wonders. So you're seeing it right here. We got to take this chunk out. Want to get this guy out of here. Don't want to leave him here any longer than he's got to be here, of course. Got him out of there. Excellent team play. We just did an excellent job. Kudos to the team. Dark Amusing, Mr. Waffles, Busy Gamer B. Just a great team. If you guys end up coming across, you guys watching this premiere, excellent job. It was fun running it up, running this mission with you guys. It was fun. This is an example of a well-structured, cohesive unit as far as getting through the legendary mission. Completing is another thing, though. Moving forward, as it always is. Being able to complete it fully, but moving through it is definitely tough in its own right. So you want to always remain structured in that. A lot of teams could fall off the wayside. A lot of teams sometimes fail or they lose due to them just not, in a way, like not having complete focus throughout the entire mission. They kind of lose focus, and then from there it kind of goes downhill. Okay, guys, so here we are right now. We reached the next area. We've reached the next area, finally, at last. Hope you guys are enjoying the premiere. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying it thus far. It has been quite a run. Can we defeat it? That's the question. Can we get this done? It's my final mission, my final 4 directive legendary mission. Let's continue this. Not only if we can get it done, but how do we get it done? And that's what I like being able to present to you guys. So thank you right now. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And we're going to go ahead and keep this one going. Okay, guys, and we're continuing here. So we're going up. We finished that room. We have another ways to go. We have one more room, or actually 2 more phases, if I'm not mistaken, before the ending. So we're near enough there. We just got to totally keep our composure. Keep our patience, distance, focus, PDF. I swear I got to start making like shirts with that on there. For those of you that follow me. Be very funny. But patience, distance, focus. That's the main key with legendary, as I always say, as you guys are seeing. The 4 directive legendary Tidal Basin. Mighty legendary 4 directive Tidal Basin be done right now. With random agents, by the way. No mics, no communication of that sort of mics, just communication via chat and just being on the same page. So it's just showing you guys. Although, once again, to remind you guys, my headset is on the way, mic included. So I'm going to be able to definitely get more into it with my live streams. It's going to be very fun. I'm just going to go ahead and incorporate that in. Hopefully that works out the way I'm intending it to. And we'll just see how that goes. It's always great, always fun. Because I've honestly been like dying and waiting like for to be able to speak a lot like during live streams. Just always been wondering that. Okay, so the other guy left. I guess I saw that earlier. I didn't comment on it as it was happening, but the other guy had to leave. Mr. Waffles had to leave, so we are gonna go ahead and find another agent here. Okay, somebody named Ani is being invited. I think one of the agents are inviting him. Okay, Shade 2916. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're finding out right now whether or not this agent is ready for legendary. I'm letting him know it's legendary 4 directives, and that just for him to be ready and just aware. And I'm just trying to see if he's used to legendary, because this mission is definitely no normal level of rigor. It's definitely very, very tough, so I can't just have a random new agent come in without being fully knowledgeable and aware of what they're getting into. So that's one of the first things you guys want to do. Like if somebody does join, just let them know exactly what they're up against. I know they do see the difficulty and whatnot, but let them really know, and that they just be ready to go. I'm letting them know patience, keep patient, distant, don't push, have strong DPS build, or a heal build. So we're going to go ahead and see how this ends up, guys. We're going to go ahead and see how this ends up. We got another agent. It's always good. And that will happen a lot of times. You guys are tending to see here, it's never the agents you start off with fully that accompany you to the end. Like a lot of times in legendary, you have seen me do it a lot of times in my other videos. I'm used to a lot of those other legendaries. When you're completing a task such as this, something that hasn't never been done, Tidal Basin 4 directives legendary, like things like that, whenever I usually do tasks like that are just really, really, really tough, what I tend to realize is that you never have the same agents you start with. It's just a grit shows, and like the agents that endure, so ones that endure all the way to the end, those are the ones that are going to be the ones that end up winning and making it. That's what true legendary grit is, and true elite level grit is, accomplishing something that's very much it's, unprecedented. It's like something that's unheard of. It's very great. Whenever you're going after greatness in this game, where you're just going after hard tasks, like anything of that sort in general, like anything like high level, you're going to experience agents leaving. Like that's going to happen. Like it just happens, and it just shows you like the level of the mission and what you're doing and how hard it is, and just that it gives you a lot more respect for the teammates that stay and the ones that do stick it out. You can tell that they are really the ones that do actually want to win. They want to do their absolute best with it within their team, and respectively, like moving forward, you just want to have the correct agents that are able to bring out and just do what you know is needed to be done. And it just always helps when you're able to do that. So that's just a great thing in order to have that moving forward. It's always good, because we all know that it is a team effort after all, as per norm. So you're seeing us push up here right now. We're going to the next spot of legendary Tidal Basin. So we're keeping it pushing. We're going to have to go ahead and use this area on the right as cover, respectively, going forward. Especially due to all like the drone spamming and the nade spamming that can happen right here with the enemies. There's a lot of various enemies that come out and they can push. And what I will do here, guys, what you will see, I will definitely be looking to utilize the revive hive, as that is something very strong and it can help repel the enemies off in a way. So you're seeing us kind of just keep here. We want to kind of just, scour the area, watch for the incoming enemies coming in from the chopper here. Man, these guys be hitting hard though. So you want to go back. Okay, so my Stinger Hive is about at level 5 charge. 5 charges. So let's just go ahead and put that there. There's a lot of enemies coming, just to avoid any pushers, or like, you know, give them like a lot like to worry about coming up forward. We just got to kind of keep distant. And as well, once again, guys, there is, luckily for us, an ammo pouch near us. And this is what I mean. It was generous again at this part. Definitely a lot of ammo is definitely needed at this section, at this area, as a lot of the enemy does come, and a lot of enemy does tend to push up fast if you're not watching. They could have heals, various sorts of things, a lot of things that will use a lot of bullets. So the ammo hoarding directive is just not the best friend at certain points of this mission, but it can be helped when there is an ammo box nearby, so that always works. Hey, sure beats Pistolero. Pistolero wasn't even one of the options for this mission, so it sure beats that. So we're keeping back right now. Although I have done some with Pistolero, I believe like some of my past legendary missions with 4 directives did include Pistolero, or I was using a build that could definitely handle Pistolero, being the Liberty and my other Bulwark shield. So yeah, but this one didn't have that. Pistolero's not included, but Ammo Hoarders is. Cool Skills is the only skill that's off. So we're running 4 out of the 5 directives for Legendary Tidal Basin, as we did with the other 4 legendary missions. So we're still going. Team fighting pretty good, using the right center rock ledge as cover, and you guys are seeing how the team is listening fairly well. That is huge in these missions. You want a team that's on the same page, as I always say. It's greatly, but these guys are lighting it up. These 2 dogs, they're both on the ends of shooting. We want to take them out. We want to get these guys out of here. Main key thing here is, guys, the main key thing here is that you just want to get on the enemies here. You don't want to give them a chance to push up on you here. That's why I say there is some times where you do have to kind of press the gas depending on the area. You see this Chunga coming up, you kind of want to start hitting him before he gets fully around the corner. If he gets all the way around the corner, if it gets to that, you want to run all the way back to your team to where the ammo area is at, the ammo box, and you want to kind of fight from there. But by that point, the enemy's kind of pushed in on you, and you kind of don't want it to get there. But if it does, it's still winnable. I've done it before in the past, but considering this has 4 directives, legendary mission, you just don't want that. Kind of puts us on our heels, a little more than our heels, kind of puts us on our back at a point after a while. So you want to just kind of keep, this is what I mean by controlling the tempo. You want to just keep up front. You want to keep fire on them. My build is definitely strong enough to hurt them in key phases, so I'm keeping that on. I'm running back to get ammo. My Stinger Hive is still out there, so even when I leave my team, it's not like I leave my team. I still have something there, a skill there that's still highly assisting them and keeping the enemy at bay. So you guys want to consider that always, as I said before. And whenever you choose skills, always choose a skill that'll help yourself, but can also help your team in the event that you're not around or you have to take cover or something. You don't want to ever just be sitting there and be a detriment to your team. You're not helping out in any way, shape, or form. You always want to be helping in a way, shape, or form. By you doing your part, the best to do your part in Legendary ensures your team has the highest level of success. That's just how it goes. For the most part, at least if you want to win, that's usually how I take that. That's usually how it goes. It's like if you do your part, you get the win easier. And in Legendary, it kind of does require all teammates. Not kind of, it does require all teammates to do their part, especially in the end room. At the end room, like we've all got to do our parts, making it to the end room. Because if you don't do that, it's definitely just not going to work out. As within this run, you'll see respectively, it's just it's one of those runs. And as I said, majority of the agents that are with you throughout the mission usually aren't with you all the way towards the end. That's just one of the things of Legendary missions, especially with directives. It's hard. It's very grit like. Obviously, I did edit some of like the grit out of this video, as far as us getting towards like, the ending section. I wouldn't want you guys to sit there for 4 hours watching it. Definitely would not. This run was longer than what you think it was. In that sense, there definitely was no early wipes, of course, thus far as we've gone, but I did dwindle it down. which is definitely respectable because it just couldn't be a 4 to 5 hour run. That would be just a little long. So considering that, just know that a lot of grit went into this, guys, and I thank you very, very, very much for all being here and watching. And please hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the premiere and you're enjoying the journey towards this and seeing this journey, me do this. And if you're enjoying this, just seeing somebody do this, because I know on a lot of places around on YouTube, you're not seeing this live, like done, like submissions in this sense. With a lot of directives on, I like doing crazy stuff. So, and being able to put my skills to the test. So please hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out, helps the channel highly, helps it be seen by others. And I hope you guys are most importantly, above all, enjoying it. Also, if you don't enjoy it, you can also hit the dislike. I mean, I wouldn't say to hit that, but I don't know if there are haters. There are all sorts of people. So if there's that, there's that. Either way, the video is getting attraction. So I thank you all, both loving fans and hating fans. As long as you guys are both fans, I do enjoy your company and I do appreciate it. And I hope you're at the very least learning something out of this, if anything. So here we are in the second to last room, just before the final room. It's kind of a little oxymoron there. I said second to last room before. It's kind of funny. Okay, so we're getting this done, guys. We're getting it done. We got to finish this part. A key thing about this part is you don't want to fall asleep, because here's the thing. The chunga comes from behind, and this part's only going to be more hectic given that it's 4 directives. It's only going to totally be more hectic. So what we got to do, what I did tell them is that I will be on the lookout for the chunga as we fight inside here for the chopper, because that part is definitely really going to matter. But right now we're fighting up close. But like I said, guys, whether this is legendary with directives or non-directives, you got to totally be sure that you're keeping an eye out for the chopper in the back, because they can come and take you from behind very fast, and it could be just a fast, swift wipe while being so close to the end, which could be very, very, very frustrating. And you just don't want that. Obviously, nobody wants that. You want to keep your eyes open. You want to keep your eyes peeled. Get this grenader out of here. Man, I couldn't hit him. That's crazy. If that was me, I would have been dead. You see that? That was me. The enemies would have got me. So we're going back here. We're looking. We're seeing. I don't see any chopper. I don't hear any chopper yet. We're still in the clear. What I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to go ahead and type my thing in ahead of time, guys, and you can take advantage of this. I kind of type my thing in the chat so that when it's time for me to say what I need to say, all I need to do is hit the enter button twice. Once I hit enter twice, on my keyboard, it's going to go ahead and send that message out in the chat, and it's already typed, meaning I don't have to waste time typing it. I could just go ahead and put it out and get moving. It makes it that much faster, and that could be the difference of a wipe and a clear moving forward, especially when they drop the chopper off. You don't want to be sitting there typing when the chopper drops the enemies off. You don't want to be sitting there typing to your teammates. You want to be able to get the message out as fast as clear. Unfortunately, I don't have a mic. I'm getting one soon, as I said before many times in this video. It's on its way. It's already been ordered. But like I said, I'm not able to give them directions clearly right there like that. So best way is through chat. And I kind of got that prepared ahead of time. So you guys that have chat, you can go ahead and get that prepared ahead of time. And it works. I'm just saying mic's easier to use for sure. It's not needed to win, obviously, but it's easier if you had a mic. I can see what people mean when they say about a mic. Man, this gun has no ammo. I don't think I realized that at the time. I was going a little fast there. Okay, so I gotta find something here now. Okay, that doesn't have ammo. Let's go ahead and figure something out and find something that does. Okay, the White Death. I really don't want a sniper. Okay, we'll go ahead and go with this one. Okay, so still keeping an eye on all of them here. Totally just looking to ensure that they don't end up coming up from behind us, guys, and they end up taking us out due to us not knowing. You always want to be aware of that. It's just knowing, having legendary know-how. Let me go ahead and switch. No, I don't have any more bullets in my St. Elmo's. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and go back to the ammo box. I think that'll be better off. I did drop my stinger hive there, as you guys saw, so in case that chopper does end up coming down, it'll have that to deal with. So that's always a good area to be in. It's not as if I just abandoned the team fully, if you see what I mean. Usually when I try and move strategically structured. If I'm going to do something, I try and make sure that it means that it does mean something. I did need ammo, and at the same time, I'm not fully abandoning my team. I'm just running off. Because obviously, guys, if you were to just run off and abandon the team with no skills, nothing there, no turret, nothing, that would be abandoning the team, and that would be bad practice. So you just want to make sure you have something there if you do want to do something like that. Just in the case of, because you could think that the chopper didn't come, but it could have came, and if that would have happened, then, and that wasn't there, that would have just been an issue. Oh, it came, man. Okay, so came a little early. The Chunga's there. I'm going to go ahead and drop this here. Hopefully I get by. Okay. Yeah, I went ahead and dropped that there. It probably didn't last that long, but it did enough to stun them, just enough for me to survive up here. So let's hope that we can deal with it. Man, Dark Amusing's down. Oni is down too. Okay, so both teammates are down now, guys. This is what I mean by when I said running back, because you don't want to be there like that. This is a tough situation right now. So Busy Gamer B is the only one that's up. This might have to be another Superman solo showcase from me again right here versus a 4-man legendary AI. Let's hope it's not that. With 4 directives included, it's just hard. Oh my god. Okay, it is that. Alright. Here we go, guys. Okay. So, here we go again, as I've done many times. Here we go once more again. They kind of pushed in. I did tell them I would let them know, but now it's time to work, guys. So, we're going to have to keep patient here. Like I said, these runs, whenever it ends up like this, it's never the best thing. I know a lot of you watching now, you love to see these showcases with me doing things like this, because it really gets to, I really get to, I don't know, one agent told me like I shine the most when under the most pressure. So it is what it is, but it's like, it's never anything fun. It's not fun. You don't want to ever be in a situation like this where you have to do that. Yeah, as I write there in the chat, you're seeing it very much. Not a good position. Legendary 4 directives, 1 agent remaining. This is most likely a wipe. 99.9% of the time, it's most likely going to be a wipe. But it's life's a game here. You guys are tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button. You know how it goes. Division 2 God here. We're going to go ahead and get this done. We're going to keep pushing it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hit that like and subscribe if you're enjoying this. And let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, guys. So working off what I was saying earlier, you definitely want to use this side on the right side as cover. I'm going to go ahead and adopt that. And what you're seeing right now here, guys, respectively, you're seeing how when I threw my hive out, I threw my stinger hive out there, and you're seeing how that's keeping the enemy distanced right now. If you did not notice that, you're noticing it now. So this is showcasing it, I guess, by all of my teammates going down. It's more or less showcasing what the hive does and how much the legendary enemies respect the hive, because a lot of times they'd be pushing. So this helps out. I'm kind of trying to invite other agents right here. Obviously, as you know, this is a tough position to be in. You don't want to be in this position. But we're going to go ahead and work. I do have a strong enough build where I can respectively hurt these guys. I know that much. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. You're going to go ahead and see an example of that. We take him out. I'm just kind of leaving the hive there. It's not really doing anything as far as hurting these guys, because it's not near him. It's near me. But what it's doing, guys, is, as you're seeing, it's definitely like it's keeping them at bay. It's making them be honest. They don't want to push in. They know that the hive is there. They do know it's going to pose damage to them. And that's why the enemies do that. And I just want you guys to just take notice of that. This is why I keep saying, guys, I've showed you in various runs of my legendary missions that I've ran in my various past videos that a lot of you, a few of you might have seen. You'll see how I keep saying how the hive is a changing factor. Like, it does matter in the sense of giving you that distance at times, having the enemy respect you. It doesn't equate to a guaranteed win. You still have to work and have knowledge of legendary and know how to move, as I'm keeping cover here, you're seeing. But you guys know how that goes. Like, it's what you basically have to like take into account here is basically like how legendary respects the stinger hive. Like, they don't push, and like I said, it gives you that area of just being able to work from a distance and have space. And you know, it kind of goes into my whole factor of how I always say patience, distance, focus. The Stinger Hive definitely helps implement that within the game physically into effect. It does help implement that because the enemies do respect it. Like I said, it has to be at least a tier 3, I'd assume, hive. You don't want it to be anything lower than that. It could be lower than that. I believe I showed you a build before that it was 1 skill tier or 2, I believe, with a hive, and they still respected it. So it's just amazing what the Stinger Hive is able to do, as you're seeing here. I mean, legendary 4 directive Tidal Basin. It can't get any harder than that, obviously. So you're seeing it right there, guys. You're seeing it there. We did get another agent to join. It seems another agent left. You know, that does happen. Maybe they probably just didn't know who I was or whatnot. You know, that happens a lot with the various agents. So give up. And please, guys, please do not be that agent that does that ends up leaving when, like, you know, it gets tough. You don't want to be that person because, like I said, that's when legendary is most likely. That's when you're going to get your most experience at a legendary when that happens. And now you're seeing with this guy that joined, the Bullet Catcher. He has a lot to say. There's a lot of mouthy agents a lot of times, but they weren't even joined. They didn't even start the mission from the beginning. And they'll say a lot, and this is what I say. I usually tell you guys a lot of things, but like I said, if you watch my videos, you'll see a lot of the things on display sometimes. So this is like a version. This is like a version of a toxic agent. This is like a version of that right now. He's saying all sorts of stuff. I believe he said some curse words within this chat. He's saying I'm doing nothing. That's extremely funny considering where we've got to, guys, up until this point. So this guy right here, we're going to go ahead and kind of just, you know, go along with it. You see me respond there. I'll vibe with him more or less. You know, you don't want to give that too much of a, you know, too much attention. You want to keep focused. You want to keep playing. He did say let's play, so we're going to focus back. And that's what I mean, guys. When you counter certain agents, you want to just ensure that even when they do that, you got to kind of, at times, I guess, give them the benefit of the doubt. It could be a good player. So you just want to always just, you know, kind of be on the same page and be like, you know what? It is what it is. You know, you might not like the way I'm going about something, but let's work together right now to complete this elite task we have at hand. And that's what we're able to do, so it's always good. So you're seeing there, I threw my hive out down there just to be able to kind of get the enemy moving. Quite a mission this was, guys. Legendary Tidal Basin 4 directives. This is crazy. I'm on my alt character too. I'm not using my main, as you guys can notice. I'm pretty sure I'm using my alt character. So I did tailor my alt character more in the position of DPS. I mean, my main does have some elite strong level DPS, very much so. But I feel like my alt, I don't know, I think I tailored it a little more in that section, in that area of just mostly DPS. That's what my alt I kind of made for, to be a strictly mostly DPS character. And I think it kind of plays dividend in this mission. Although I did complete all the other 4 directive legendary, past legendaries with my main character. So my alt character, I guess they're going to get the shine at the end of the day in this final mission. Everything always balances itself out. 4 past legendaries as opposed to 1 in the final with Tidal Basin. It's all cool. It's equal enough. I love both my characters, so it's all good. So right there, I throw my hive down. The hive is so amazing. Like when you see how I threw that down and it's automatically attacking the enemies, gives us time to get back, heal, set ourselves up. It's a great weapon, guys. I keep telling you that skill of the hive, especially if you're new to legendary or you're struggling respectively with legendary, you want to have the hive equipped at some point in one of your builds as one of the skills. The Stinger Hive, you want to have the Stinger Hive. You want to have that. It helps out highly. I mean, I know a lot of people have the Revive Hive because they they die a lot. I used to have that a lot, the Revive Hive, just in case. And you want to have that as a safe cushion, but I feel like that's more or so, and I said more or less so. I think it more so works within like a solo legendary mission, having Revive Hive, because like If you guys are all structured in a 4-man legendary mission, no matter if it has directives or not, you should be able to have somebody that can revive you as long as you stay close to the team. You don't go die in a bad spot. You'll always be able to be revived in that sense. I mean, I don't want to say always because legendary can be hectic a lot of times, but as long as you're keeping back, keeping distant, and you die like in a good spot near your teammates with cover, you'll be able to be revived. So you don't really need a revive hive. Whereas if you're doing things solo, it works with a revive hive. I mean, I would have liked to have a revive hive when all my team went down back there, but me keeping the stinger hive on actually helped out a lot because it kept the enemy at bay instead of pushing in. And I just had the DPS to deal with them, so it always works out, guys. You know how that goes. Just glad that I was able to do that. You're seeing us finish these chungas off here. We're nearly near the end. Man, finally again, the second time we're reaching the final part of legendary Tidal Basin. It's crazy. Second time reaching the ending of legendary Tidal Basin with 4 directives. Let me correct that. So yeah, it's like it's crazy. So let's see if we can finish this one up. This one's indeed going to be a tough one. Just to let you guys know ahead of time, there were a few runs, and as I said, I did cut this down. So you definitely wouldn't want to be sitting here for a 5 to 6 hour run. I don't think anybody want to sit here that long. This stuff does take grit, guys. So with that being said, I'm just glad to be able to bring you guys this run of it right now, be able to take you guys through it live in the whole art of things and how everything goes. It's always good to be able to see it live. So we're finishing it up here. What a run this was. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Congratulations if you made it all the way this far watching. I thank you guys for watching. We're going to go ahead and get to the final room. And we're going to go ahead and get that done. We obviously do need another agent. However, I'm sure, as I've said many times before, as I've told you guys many times before, we do not end up finishing this one with the same agents as we started off with. It does mix up. It mixes up various times throughout this, as you'll see. And it's always a great showcase. It's always something good. So it's always good to have the agents that end up staying. I mean, like when the ones that leave, it's always tough when they leave because it kind of just it deters things. It messes them up in a sense of we got to find another agent. We got to wait a little bit. But you know how that goes, of course. That's just how it is, guys, with Legendary. I'm just kind of giving you guys like a full rundown of exactly what it is, how it is, what's done with it, and how we're going to go about it. So the chat saying that we have a checkpoint here, guys. We do have a checkpoint. And I am letting him know the last room is a different ball game. But as I said, guys, we're not going to be sitting here for 5 to 6 hours. As how long this really did take, about 4 to 5 hours. We're not going to be here that long. So I did make respective adjustments upon this video prior to release. So we'll go ahead and get there. But I hope you guys are enjoying it thus far. So here we are, guys. The final room, legendary Tidal Basin, 4 directives. Last room right here, as you're obviously seeing. Not the same agents as we started off with, as this room is definitely a different story. But we're gonna go ahead and tackle it right now with these few different agents. We're gonna go ahead and get into this right now. It's a very tough room. You guys want to just keep structured. I more or less kind of switched to a shield build in order to ensure more defense, because this room is very tough, guys. It's very, very, very hard, the ending room, especially with 4 directives. You want to make sure you have something that can withstand a lot of damage, and also at the same time have a gun that can output a lot of damage. So this is like a tank slash DPS build. I'm using the capacitor. I believe this is a 6-tier shield build with a shield with a gun. It's not the gun is not the Liberty. It's not with my ult. It's not like my main. It's my ult has like no normal gun, and I have the shield build on with it with the 6 skill tiers. But the thing is, I have the capacitor. I believe this is a 6 skill tier though build. But I have the shield on because of these enemies they hit so hard. and you want to make sure you have defense against them while still being able to output damage. I do have a decent enough pistol to output damage, so that does always work. We got him down. We got the guns out of there. We have 2 of the 3 of the guns down thus far. That's what you want to do, guys. You want to kind of work from the left first, and then kind of work your way up here, and then hold the enemy off. A lot easier said than done. They do come a lot heavy in nades and spamming and shooting. So you just want to be like at a distance, be able to keep your distance, have like a good build that can deflect. Not even necessarily deflect, I guess if I had a deflector shield, but you want to have like a shield, something that can protect you against the enemy's attacks. You want to have like a form of defense is what I more so meant to say. At this level, you want to have a defense as well as offense. So this is like where like the builds really come into play. This build I'm using here has defense and also has offense in that sense, with the capacitor hitting at, I believe, 114k damage overall, I think. So it's like it works out. It's not like the greatest of like the highest builds, but it is good enough for the final area of legendary Tidal Basin, especially with 4 directives. It's a great mission to have to be running with 4 directives. It's a great build to be running with 4 directives. Not a great mission, my bad. Complete mistake on that. I would say this mission is hell to run with 4 directives. I wouldn't tell anybody to do it, but I am bringing it to you guys. You did say you wanted this, so I am bringing it. And as I said earlier, guys, this is with random agents, by the way, so you know that this is going to be like a lot harder than it usually is with, say, like well structurized coordinated agents that all have mics and whatnot. So it's a completely different ball game here. I keep saying it. Like I said, please subscribe and like this video. Very little YouTubers like what you're seeing here, guys. You're not going to see this much on many other channels. I'm taking you all the way through it raw right here. This is how it is. You're seeing it get done. You're seeing us on Keep Our Composure. You're seeing how to do it. So please hit that like and subscribe button if you guys are enjoying this. And thank you very much. If that's the case, and I get a lot of likes and subs on this, I'll continue on bringing this content out. You guys know which channel to come to if you want to see the real nitty gritty of the legendary, what it's really about. With non-made up clans, non-made up friends that are joining. I'm talking about just running it, like how majority of a lot of the agents that play this game run it. They might not have a lot of friends to run it with, might not have the most agents on playing, or a lot of their friends might not be playing the game. So it's like there's still ways to win. So please hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Life's a game. Let's keep this going. We got to get this win. So let's go ahead and take this guy out. And I had to switch the shield build in here, guys, because initially I did come in here with the build that you saw me eventually reach here with, but that build totally was not working out in here in that sense. I definitely needed more protection from the enemies within this room specifically, because it's so tough and it's so DPS heavy how these enemies come in this mission. Like it's insane. If you're not geared well and you don't have a build to sustain that, it won't work. I kind of made this build on the fly during this run at the end, because it was like I had to put something together. I did have gear pieces and whatnot, and it's like it did work. So it is one of those things. I don't know if it's the greatest build, I would say, but it does work for this room as far as offering protection from these enemies to a degree where I can put enough damage on them to keep it honest and give us a real chance at success or victory. So you're seeing our teammates all around. Somebody's a little bit much more out there. They must have a pretty good build, but let's hope that they can stay alive. Yeah, let's hope that they can stay alive. They're a little much out there, but let's hope they can stay alive. A lot of the teammates are moving around. I would highly prefer them to stay over here where the gun's at, in this corner area, and we all fight it off. That's usually what I do. But a lot of them split up. Maybe they needed ammo. You know, that's understandable. But you kind of want to just monitor that when it's time to do that, because I've had a lot of teammates in the past run for ammo like that and then end up being killed by one of the enemy AI that comes out. So you just want to make sure that you're ready, that you clear the area and you scour the area and you view it and make sure it's a good time to go. So it looks like my teammates must have done that because they're still alive, obviously. So they did a good job of scouring the area, looking around, being sure that there was no other additional threats. So we're still in here right now. There was various waves that have been in here. This place does have a lot of waves, but the whole key thing is killing the enemy fast so that you can handle everything and not have everything build up hectically, have another wave come on top of like another 2 enemies maybe. So you're seeing the next wave right here. They're coming in. These guys are coming in strong, obviously. I have my shield build on. It's not the greatest output of DPS, but it is good enough that it can protect me and keep me alive long enough to hurt this guy and keep him focused on me. He's not shooting my teammates. I can take the damage, obviously, with my bulwark shield. It covers entire body. I do love this shield. I definitely love playing with this build with my main character. It helps out like a lot. When I do play with my main, I have a build for it. I don't have a build fully for it with my alt, but I did create this one on the fly in here, so I know I needed something similar to what I knew I had with my main. Minus Liberty, of course, a lot of damage. I'm not gaining, but it does help in the long run as far as survivability. And the damage is decent enough for the gun that I'm using with it, so it does help. So you're seeing us take these enemies out. You want to be able to take them out. You don't want them to be able to linger too long, especially if you see a medic, guys. You want to take them out. For Directive Legendary, we are in the final run. Let's keep it together. You don't want to have to throw a Hail Mary like we did last time, where the whole team had to be saved. I had to go back and restructure it and bring the whole team back. We don't want that in here. The harder the area it is, just the whole higher percentage of going down. Being single-handedly by yourself, the higher chance of you going down, the harder the area it is. And let me tell you, this final room of Tidal Basin is definitely top-level rigor, especially with the directives you guys are seeing on now. So you want to make sure that we're all in the right area. You see me there in the chat telling everybody to keep focused. We're doing very, very well. At this point, I'm more or less seeing we have it in the bag, but then comes another wave on its way, as you guys are seeing right here. It's not a joke. They come, they start pushing pretty hard, and you got to have something to withstand them, which is why I switched to the shield, because my other build just totally wasn't working. They kind of can push past that, and it doesn't have that much defense on it. So I had to get the bigger bulwark shield that works a lot. If we can, as long as we can keep our distance and work from a distance, keep our distance and just have patience and just fire on them from a distance, we'll be good. So that's what I went with here. Seemed like it was a pretty neat idea, pretty good. We have a Chunga on the way though, right now. It's coming up right now, and I have all these enemies shooting me, so no way in heck would I be able to stand here like this had I not had this shield on like that and taking all that damage while still being able to sustain damage upon the enemy and still do things that work in order to help my team out, respectively in the long haul. But you're seeing that now. 2 of my teammates to the left, 1 up here. I want to kind of give faulty coding. Yeah, I want to kind of give him like the most backup that I can give him. Like, I want them to be by themselves. You always want to give them backup, considering all the spawns that came in. Refreshing. You want to have that help. My other 2 teammates are over there. NBC, NCO, and actual Nax. 4532. They're both on the other end down there. They're supposed to both be helping each other out.
Fuck you!
But I do see the Chunga is pushing in on them, so I'm kind of trying my best to offer them my assistance from up here, and it is working. There you go. We get his armor off. We get his health down, so that's great. Let's hope we don't have any more waves of anything else. We'll just have to take these enemies out, guys, and Tidal Basin 4 Directive Legendary will be completed. Final mission, finally done. This completes the final mission for Legendary. I did all the other Legendaries for Directives. This is the final one. And it is done, guys. All great. It's all good. There it is, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Legendary Tidal Basin for directives. This definitely was not an easy one. We did get it done. I had to shuffle through many random teammates, and unfortunately, guys, if you want to tackle this type of content, that's what it could be. That's what it most likely always is. And it just is that pretty much. I botched my name there in the chat. Let me go ahead and type that again. Life's a game. Thank you guys for joining. Please hit that like and subscribe if you liked anything what you saw just now. Just know that I have more on the way. If you like premieres, know that any and all top elite content that I come out with will be coming in as a premiere. I do like showing it like this and letting you guys see it all take place as it did, brand new. And yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much for watching it. It's always fun. This mission is finally done, guys. I know I've been talking about bringing this to you guys for a while. Know that more live streams and different things are coming. I do have a mic. I'm going to be getting a mic like in the mail coming pretty soon, a headset, so I'm going to be getting that done. Look out for that, guys. I'm glad I was able to bring you this. It's always great. It's always fun. You know what I got to always do? I got to totally get that selfie within this mission. It's always great. Got to get that selfie. Got to snap it. Life's a game, guys. Thanks for joining. Please hit that like and subscribe. Thank you. I highly appreciate it, guys. All of you guys in the chat. Thanks for joining. And just know that a lot more heat's on the way. Don't blink at all. Not even for a second. There's a lot more to come. I'm just glad to be able to have brought that to you. You guys all have a great night. Have a great day. Life's a game. Till next time, guys. Take care. Thanks.